Yes, y'all. Back again. This is Overtime 88 on the Flight Room TV channel. I am Remy Please. I'm with Concourse P,
Hey,
Keys, Lighthouse, Corey Mo. The gang's all back again.
What up?
The
the
boys are
boys
back
are
in
back in
town.
town.
Cue it up.
Yeah.
Yarn.
But yeah,
Oh man.
uh if y'all new to this channel, we talk about conspiracies and classic rap lines. That's the tagline. This is what we do. You might not see faces or hear voices that talk about the certain situations that we talk about today, but we're gonna, lay it all out and sort it all out. So yeah. So as you see in the thumbnail, we are talking about something that's kind of been lingering. And it's wild because I never like paid attention to it, but this whole Agenda 2021, it is now what's today? September 7th, 2022. So right, this whole Agenda 2021, I think started back in 1992, right?
Damn.
And yeah, so what like from what I've been reading about this shit, you can pretty much interchangeably switch Agenda 2021 and you know the New World Order or Agenda 2030, and we'll get there too. But let's kind of like just read this kind of like real like summary of this shit, and they kind of like mask it with this whole uh sustainable. They keep using
Yeah.
that word sustainable or
Mhm.
whatever.
And they make it seem like it's like global issues. Like
Yeah,
everything is global.
right. Even though they don't attack global issues globally.
Right. A one
Um,
track mind to living.
yeah.
Hmm.
But Agenda 21 in 1992 is a comprehensive plan of action to taken globally, nationally, and locally by organizations of United Nations systems, governments, and major groups. I guess that's like private, businesses in every area in which human impacts on the environment. So yeah, I don't know, man. B, like you sent this through the group chat. Like, what was your big takeaway from this shit? This is the UN. This is like the world government. Um,
I mean, my biggest takeaway was just the fact that I don't know, like you kind of know, like we always say on this show, like what I'm saying, the agenda. We know
yeah,
that they have an agenda. We know this, but when you see it like in like plain sight, not only in writing, but like they're telling you exactly what they are doing.
mhm.
They are not hiding it at all. They're just laying that shit out, and it's just I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder if I'm just hearing about Agenda 21 and it's 2022. Uh, it just shit is already coming down the pipe. You know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is.
Yeah,
But it's interesting though, because the way that they kind of spin it, like we were saying, it's like by it being like a global, like a lot of global things, like they want to end like world like poverty and hunger and all of these things, and they make it, they kind of sprinkle it and make it seem like it's this innocent thing.
But
But
are they really trying to
when
spend?
you read in between the lines of that shit, and it's just like,
Hmm.
yeah, you're gonna end world hunger by putting everybody over here doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, yeah, it the way that they're grouping us together in these cities and shit. It's just like, god damn, like everybody lives in the community. Nobody wants to not live in the community. Nobody wants to live off the grid.
right.
Nobody wants to live off the grid. They make it okay. You in order that for you to have that gigabit Wi-Fi speed, you got to live in these communities. Because and then if not, you know what I'm saying. And it's they make it so that you depend on them 24/7. Yo, they made it that way.
Big fucking brother.
Pretty much.
It's crazy.
All right, so like, but you saying like living off the grid, and that, that's the whole, what's they try to push the Wildlands project.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They don't even. You can't even. They got to the point where you can't even do that now. Like you can't even dare try to live off the grid. Nah, that's federal property over there. That's all us. You
Mhm.
now have to coincide in the community. You can't. It's like you cannot go and just live where you want to. Nah, that's federal land.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go. And you can have all the money in the world.
You're right, because
if you ain't part of that,
yeah.
If you ain't running with those certain people, you can't just go where you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they said 50% of it is going to be populated by unidentified animals, and then 25% humans, and then whatever else, I guess, for the land, right?
What? Unidentified animals?
Well, that's what. Yo, if you watch the I forget the gentleman's name that made the announcement in 1995. He was actually talking about when it got implemented in 1992.
Yeah.
He was talking about that, how it's going to be 50% pretty much land taken up for. I thought they were speaking to like honestly doing like some alien type shit or something, like them cohabitating on Earth, and we can't like go to these areas that they're talking about that are going to be taken up. That's what I kind of got out of that video.
They're just like, we live in glorified like concentration camps.
Oh yeah.
And these communities are just concentration camps, and you know they're governed by police.
Yeah, and can't be inhabited.
You can't. There's certain things you just can't do.
Yeah.
Certain places you can't go.
And shit's not explained at all. Like, nothing's explained. It's just like, oh no, you can't do that. So you already know something's up with that. But yeah, that's how they were breaking down the percentages. But you already see the sustainable communities, cities, global. Even the plans to implement them right now is going on. So yeah, that shit's happening.
They got this Netflix joint called The Future Of, and it's like it's a mini series or whatever, and it's like it's got the future of gaming, the future of plants, the future of
I did see that. And they had the future of like
the skyscrapers,
funeral services and shit like that.
Yeah. So but now they had the one episode about the future of skyscrapers, and basically they're just trying to scale up the skyscrapers we have now. And you know how they have like would you say sustainability? They're trying to have like a grocery store on one floor of the skyscraper, and a whole damn football field on this joint. Concert area.
Yeah, and all of it pretty much on the same block, the same area within this complex of a building. So in Saudi Arabia, they're building that actually. They're calling it the Line City.
You can do that over there. I would definitely could see that there.
And
first.
It's like 100 miles long, but they're building it up. And then on the outside of it, they're making it into a mirror.
What is 100 miles long?
Oh, Saudi Arabia's building a city. It's just going to be literally a 100 miles
article
long.
up. I've seen that.
Yeah. And they're building up.
They're building a city of the future. There's Songdo in South Korea, the Alphabet-funded Quayside project in Toronto, which was abandoned in May of last year. And both Singapore and Barcelona have tried to modernize with smart sensors. In January of 2021, Saudi Arabia announced plans for its own futuristic city called The Line. Instead of communities sprawling outward from
that sound like the wall.
It's basically a wall.
Keep your ass on the wall.
Exactly.
In a line, hence the name. Even though the vision for the city stretches 170 kilometers, it would do away with cars entirely and instead be connected by high-speed rail
straight solar power
that would travel the entire length in just 20 minutes. And
That
each individual community would be largely self-contained, so that almost anything you could need, be it a school, a doctor, or a quick meal, would be only a 5-minute walk away. The government says the line will run on 100% clean energy and make extensive use of sensors and AI to manage the city's services. And all of this is supposed to be nestled.
It's gonna be cameras all over that joint. You can't do shit.
Province
there has to be
minimal
a catch to
impact.
this.
That's the whole point.
That's what I was gonna say.
Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman has revealed grandiose renders of what the city will look like to match the grandiose plans. The line is envisioned as a giant glass and mirrored wall, 170 kilometers long, 200 meters wide, and 500 meters tall. That's taller than the Empire State Building. It would have greenery stretching along the top, an open-air ventilation system to help maintain an ideal climate year-round, and it would house up to 9 million people.
Hey,
Now,
they
the
probably
line is
told
just
niggas off the
one
top
part
that
of
joint,
Saudi
like,
Arabia's
criminals and, like, people
controversial
who don't do
$500
just throw your ass to the
billion
desert, and
neo
you just
megacity
dead. You
project.
can't do shit.
The one the so-called
Excommunicated.
Virgin
Uh-huh.
Land
Gotta
ends up
look at yourself.
building the Oman is, unsurprisingly, not all that virgin. It is the ancestral and current home of many people, including members of the Hawatat tribe, who are
ancestral.
being forced from
You
their
think, like,
homes
this is some,
what
like, New
many see
Babylon
as a
shit?
vanity project.
I mean, did the tower? That's what it seemed like. Some
Those who dare
Tower of
to speak
Babel
out
type
It's
shit.
taller
against the
than
government's plans or
Empire
refuse
State.
to give up their
Yeah,
homes have been
exactly.
harassed and abducted by Saudi security forces, arrested, or in some cases killed. For example, Abdul Rahim al-Hawati,
Yeah, this
a
seems
prominent
more of
Hawatat
like
activist, was
like
killed by
a
police in April of 2020
shrine
after posting
more
videos
than
on
a.
social media trying to raise awareness of the forced
I
displacement.
mean,
All of this
It seemed like
They're trying to build a utopia.
I don't think it's a utopia. I just think they're trying to like have you like some type of like free range animal. Like they can keep tabs.
yeah,
on
we want you
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Yeah,
We want
see
you
how
right
it's-
here.
yeah.
I see how it's
Like
in the desert.
right.
In the
It's
middle of,
You
like,
know,
No
you can.
vegetation, nothing.
It's like,
Even-
but then it's like, what's like the everyday job in that place, or there's no job. It's just you.
Everybody
just
gonna have
operate.
tasks.
Yeah.
it's
So-
just free living. And I still don't understand that mirror shit.
Yeah, the mirror thing is odd. This is like
Yeah.
reflect
Well,
heat, and they
I
said it's
feel like
all.
I feel like
It's
it's
all,
solar power or
uh,
some shit.
And they said it's all self-sufficient energy and all that
Yeah.
shit too. So.
100%.
wild, though.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's I don't know. To me, I think that is the. I think that might be the driving force is the energy thing, because that's what it's all about. It seems like, oh, they make it seem like, what if we're the energy?
That don't make sense because these are Saudis and they make
They
their
run that
money
oil
from
shit.
oil. So like, why are they living
Exactly.
off free energy and they
There's
sell
no-
oil to the rest of the world?
There's no type of tech.
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. There's a catch
Yeah.
to it. Like that,
Yeah.
something's not
Yeah.
like
Hey,
it can't just
who-
all be living in harmony like that.
Do they have like a super strong fucking military? Like who like, you know what I'm saying? Because
That's what
they
I'm saying.
move like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Like
they
they
don't
gonna touch
Oil.
you. Yeah,
That's it. Oil is their
I hope
military.
so don't nobody fuck with them because it's like
Yeah.
they got that, I guess. It's like
They cut your water off.
yeah. I never even thought about it like that.
They will cut that water off real quick.
because you know what I'm saying, for them to have so much resources, you would think that somebody
Right,
would
just walk up on it and be like, all right.
But for them to
Yeah.
even have the
Exactly.
confidence to build some shit like this, you know, and to have this
Mhm.
level of technology means that they pretty confident they safe. So
But I'm
Mhm.
saying though, all right, so okay, let's say hypothetically, right? Let's say hypothetically they were to build 100 of these utopian societies, or two or 300 around the globe, right? And everybody on the planet gets to go into these utopian societies. Then what? It's the same. Is niggas just not going to not be the same niggas when they get there than they are now?
Oh,
I'm
yeah, they-
asking because
right.
it,
good point. I see what
you know
you're
what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, are we just gonna go fuck up the utopian society? Like
But
we
it's
fucked up
probably
Earth?
it's probably gonna be some shit. But look though, it's probably gonna be some shit where like nigga, if you spit on the ground, you going out to the desert. Like you know what I'm saying? It ain't go because you gotta think, nigga, you got literally like everything, and then you got nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then just pure sunlight. And if they throw you out there in front of a fucking mirror, nigga, like you just getting sunlight in a mirror, like you might, you know, like come on, man, that's torture.
Oh shit!
That'd be fucked up. But think about it. If you think about just the way that joint looked, that the possibility of you being thrown, it's like you have all this utopia, but right outside that window is the desert. So it's like that's
Yeah.
always in the back of your mind. So it's almost like a gun to your head. You know what I'm saying? At all times.
Becoming
So
outcast.
it's always a reminder, like nigga, you could lose it all.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be like on one of them futuristic movie type shits. Like you can live in this utopia, but you have to report and work for us doing this, and this. They're probably gonna be doing some shicey shit, fucking up the world somehow, not even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Just be housed there,
They
monitored.
probably control how many kids you can have and all that kind
Oh,
of
all that shit. Oh yeah.
population control. It probably has to be, man.
I feel
What's
like
the
that's
name
what
of
that
that,
is though.
That movie, Mockingbird, or
Mockingjay.
What's the name of that shit? When she
Yeah,
came,
yeah, you talking about
the
the
girl.
Hunger Games?
the
Hunger
100, yeah,
Games.
yeah, the 100
Yeah.
games, yeah.
No, this more Divergent.
Huh? This more
more
I think
diverse.
it might do.
Yeah. Because Divergent was like controlling people, like fucking using
All right,
mechanisms
but
of
B, you said like
Yeah, true.
cities all throughout, right? So like China, they had this city called Shenzhen, and it's
Mhm.
the first city that has complete 5G coverage, and it's like, you know what I mean, you can do like it's like constant facial recognition. It's the very first what they call smart city.
Okay.
Like everything in the city is smart.
they got like the
Yo, they got me on the facial recognition when I came back off the cruise, man.
See, make sure
But
it wasn't illegal.
Yeah, they said don't even pull your passport out. You don't even
Yeah,
need your passport.
yeah,
Just
close
stand in
enough.
front of the picture. I was like, damn.
that's wild. Damn, that's
Yeah.
embarrassing
That's
if a
the
nigga
first time
try
I
to
heard
sneak
that.
on. Like, sir, we gotta talk to you real quick.
The whole city's
That's what I
5G.
said.
But that's what I think this whole rollout was, is like, you know what I mean, the whole the scamdemic is like to have us, you know, everybody to have, you know, these you got to check in. So like
giving access to
yeah,
everything.
you know,
They're like, oh, I can't run my Zoom. I can't be on Zoom, and my kids can't be on Zoom unless I get these 5G devices.
But also,
You know?
it's like when you step out in public, it's like they have all these, you know, sensors and cameras set up. So you walk in a place, you know, you seen these like Amazon grocery stores. You walk in, you put your shit in the cart, you walk the fuck out, and you get charged. It's gonna be like that everywhere. So you step out on the street, just like the whole Dubai junk.
Oh, yeah.
You don't gotta say nothing. You just, you know what I mean, I need an Uber. You probably say some shit in the Bluetooth. It pops up. You get in the car. You step out. It pays. You don't need a phone. Like everything is like integrated.
That's the agenda. That's part of the agenda.
Oh yeah. But you're gonna be giving up your information for that shit too.
Yeah, but we already been doing that with the whole like real act ID jump. Remember we was doing that like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, just like you said, the facial recognition and everything.
We already been doing that.
Allowing the cookies, something as simple as that. We giving access all the time. And they had that shit at the stadium. You literally walk into the store, you put your shit on it's like an electronic tray. The tray, like, I don't know how it censors it, rings that shit up, and you just use your tab. And I'm talking about, dog, you don't even have to talk to nobody, in and out. Like, it's beautiful, but when I saw that shit, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy as fuck. Like, I don't think people realize what the fuck's going on. I was like going crazy a little bit. Like, damn, I could literally just come through this whole fucking store. You grab beer, everything. Like, it has your when you register, you know, you got your ID and everything on that shit. So you can get alcohol. You just around wherever, at the bar, all that shit. Just use your little scanner. It's like fucking.
That's wild, man.
It's like free range. I forget what they call that shit. Free something. But yeah, they got that at the stadiums now.
Black Mirror.
Oh, literally.
We just get more and more used to, more comfortable with this technology. So I think it's a natural progression. In my opinion, I feel like it's only but so long we get to that point.
Man, we're getting more desensitized to it too.
But that's the thing; they're playing on our natural progression. That's the thing.
Yeah,
they understand. They understand that as humans will never stop evolving. That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? We'll never stop creating, but they're buffering our creativity, and they're skewing it for us to create the shit that they want us to create instead of us creating what we want naturally. You know what I'm saying? That should just that's some wicked shit to tell somebody to, you know what I'm saying, to not create what they want to create, but create what I tell you to create. That's
right. And it's even just a thing where it's like, all right, you know, whoever the people are that come up with this technology and these new devices and all that, and they're thinking like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just trying to do this to make it easier for you people to do this and make it easy for that, but you making it so easy to the point where niggas not even using their instincts no more and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now we 100% completely dependent on these phones and, you know, all these devices. Like, at the end of the day, I remember, you know, we was talking about the, you know, the thing, like one of the original conspiracies where they was talking about the chip that's going to go inside you, but that's pretty much your phone now. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
no doubt.
Face. Yeah, it's gonna be your face.
There you go.
Exactly.
It's the same shit.
Analogy.
It's the same shit.
Man.
So,
yeah, it's the same goddamn thing.
No, you're actually right, man. When you
don't even need to.
And eventually, probably eventually it might be some shit where we don't need a phone no more, and it'd be like
it's just your face.
It's like a watch.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers is like, all right, we got them. We got the phones. Like, how can we get
some
their
contact or some shit
How
like
can we
that.
get some biometrics on these? Oh, let's just
Yeah.
put it in a watch, and these niggas will buy the watch.
I mean,
These
it's
niggas
already
got
in the watch.
the watch does the same thing as the phone, and the phone does the same thing as the watch. Why would they need both of them?
Exactly.
Why would you
There you
need
go.
both?
They're going to condense it.
Why would you need both of them?
Education in China. This is something that will scare a lot of Westerners.
Oh, like a
This is a
7-Eleven.
norm in China now. You don't need your
Yeah, it is.
you don't need to bring your phone. You just need
I know they
to
got coffee. Yeah.
buy, and the machine will scan your face. Then the money is deducted from your Alipay or WeChat Pay. That is so convenient. Face
And it's
So
wild
that's
because
wild.
like it's wild because if you like realize like those places like this, when you do step out of line with the whole social, credit scoring shit, they turn your shit off. If you're protesting and all that shit, they turn your fucking your ability to buy stuff. They they freeze your bank account like they wasn't like they was doing in Canada and shit. Like all y'all was protesting with the truckers, it was freezing people's bank accounts.
That's crazy, man. Based
That's
off
wild.
their facial recognition and their activity. Pretty
But
much.
all this just for the convenience and not having to pull out a couple dollars. Like, is that really,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is it really worth
To
it?
do
you know
simple
what
math.
I'm saying? To take out a
Petty.
phone, like, to lift something that costs, a quarter pound or some shit. Like, I don't know.
It's just I don't know. That's the whole control aspect. It's like the whole revelations one world currency. The one world currency is like some internet shit passing through the phone. It's not
Man,
like
you know
dollars
what?
no more.
I would be interested to find out, like, it can't be, what I'm saying, the United Nations does not include every single country. So
Like
like
172.
yeah, so I would be interested to see like what countries is like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, was it a unanimous vote or
Exactly.
what?
And
Like
why?
what countries is like, nah, we ain't banging with that shit, and like why? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly why.
Yeah.
And I bet you it's the ones that's like
desolate.
the ones that are
Yeah.
fucking with it are like probably like natural resource type or whatever. Have like say you were saying oil and shit like that.
Oh, that's wild because like remember, Nancy Pelosi right now is over there in Taiwan. It's like why is like a speaker of the House, Corey? Maybe you can answer this. Like, why is the speaker of the House going over there to Taiwan, like making that long trip to finesse they call it the whole chip shortage? So maybe she's going over there to use their resources to put the whole globe on this whole digital
Chip shortage.
platform. Yeah.
To be honest, I can't answer that, but what I can say is I remember there was a point in time when we were kids growing up, and I remember seeing a lot of shit used to say "Made in Taiwan." So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're like number two.
I would.
I'm pretty sure it's a bunch in my closet right now.
Right.
Taiwan.
Yeah, real
Right.
talk. Shit.
I bet you I flip them Nike hoodies over. That should probably say "Made in Taiwan."
All that
I
shit.
guarantee
Probably
you.
do some made
Yeah.
in
All that. I ain't being like that. All that shit's
Yeah.
over there.
Before we
But I'm saying
before
it's like,
we used to see the made in China. It was a lot
yeah,
back then. It was made in Taiwan. So I don't. I believe that's one of our allies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I think China is still trying to take control of Taiwan or some shit like that.
yeah. It's like the whole border thing, but also it's like they have that resource of the whole lithium and the chips and all that stuff like
Mhm.
that. So it's like we're trying to make that jump to where everything is like digital, and you need cell phones and people put people on the grid. So okay, it's
Right.
naturally you're gonna go over
and
there
as
and be
cheap
like,
as possible.
yeah, all right, bro, we're gonna start pumping our money into Taiwan so y'all can make all this shit for us, so everybody can be on the same accord globally.
Tell them
For
we
this
back.
Yo.
Taiwan, we back.
I'll tell you one thing, and I had never like been in a Tesla, and like I haven't like be
Ooh.
driving.
What you
That
mean?
like you want to talk about a feeling where you just feel
What you mean?
this big, like
Bruh.
that shit don't. It's the
Hold-
weirdest feeling, yo.
Hold
Like
on. Did you get in one with all white seats? You ever get in one where it's all white?
Like a
It's
spaceship,
all white when you get
like
in?
a
What's
spaceship.
good now?
Dog,
Like,
you be like,
like my boy, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like we at the Chick-fil-A and he came out, he was like, went to walk to the car, he's like, nah. And he was just like, and he summoned his own car.
That shit pulled up.
Like,
though.
what the fuck is going on right
that's
now?
dope.
It do be
It's
tripping me out.
crazy.
Them things- It trips me out how they can drive themselves.
That shit crazy, and it's like it be like whipping too.
Like for real, going around like
it be like yo,
corners, on the
like somebody
highway,
make an error, somebody like a truck getting close to you. That
controlling
joint,
speed.
Then
That's it.
Then
That shit
California say they gonna like ban all like gas powered cars in the near future, like 20
about
like
2030 something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2030
2030 agenda. It's part of this shit.
2035.
They gonna just turn your car off, nigga, if you ain't acting right.
Like literally, ain't no gas stations no more.
But it's wild because like right now they having like that whole like rational electricity. So it's like y'all can't handle the grid now, and it's like not everybody has an electric vehicle. So how are you gonna handle the shit then?
They're gonna introduce
You know what I mean?
shit. They're gonna introduce something, some quantum something.
See, we're in a flex alert. What does that mean? We all need to conserve as much energy as possible during this heat wave.
So?
Here's what to do: set your thermostat to 78. Nigga, to 78, I can't sleep.
78.
Damn.
Hold on, what? Such a thermostat to 78. I should be at like 50 over here with fans right now.
The ghetto.
Hey.
It'd be frosty over here.
That's 80.
Oh
yeah.
God,
Man, outside,
nigga, you ain't gonna never sleep.
So they want everybody to buy an electric car, even though like the waiting list for like Tesla and all that shit is so far behind. How are you gonna get electric car by then?
Turn on right though.
And them joints now affordable they used to be. Them joints be like 35,000. Now they what 42?
Yeah, about to say the Chiefs were like 40 something.
Yeah.
Yep.
They used to be 35.
Yep. It did. But that shit got too hot, man. Elon got to pay these bills.
What is large appliances? Are they talking about like washer, dryer?
Yeah, washer, dryer,
okay.
Dishwasher.
The bros.
I mean, I ain't got no problem washing my own clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That ain't beneath me.
But still, that's the same
I don't even feel like
state that's telling you to buy a fucking electric car. Like, had that shit ready.
Fuck that.
Taxing the shit out of gas and doing all types of like.
How much these washing machines and dryers cost, man? Fuck that. I ain't washing my shit. I go right up in there. Right up in there, boy. And it ain't like, even because I know a couple folks that moved out to California or whatever, and they didn't buy no house or whatever. They had an apartment, and they had in the apartments you have to buy your own appliances like dishwashers and fucking washers and dryers and shit.
Not in that line city.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but it's like, come on,
they're gonna assign dishwashers. But that's wild though. It's like how is that gonna work? It's like isn't that like socialism?
What?
Or is there
gonna be like a project or something?
Is that gonna be like a chain of command, or like how is that gonna work?
Gotta be.
Like I said, niggas got to buy their own refrigerators for their apartments out there, joining certain areas.
I feel like they're gonna be cold.
Is everybody gonna be living evenly, or is it gonna be still like that kind of like somebody's gonna have the penthouse, somebody's gonna have extra fly Tesla, somebody's gonna have the
the flying car and all that. No, I feel like it is gonna be.
Or is it like I still got a gas car that makes me more balling. You know what I mean?
No. I don't think they're even allow gas in those. I know enclosed area. I don't know,
but it's like Dubai, like they do whatever the fuck they want.
Because remember, in the joint said there was gonna be no need for cars, and everybody just take these long ass
trains. True.
So you would just get on the train.
But people do dumb shit with money. It's like, okay, let me buy this old gas moped that goes 0 to 60 and whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Like I think it's like as long as there's like greed and envy and all that shit, it's like that's gonna like kind of throw that whole idea in the trash, because like people just want to be different at the end of the day. Say like, look, I got this, y'all ain't got that.
Yeah. I'm taking
individualism.
So you think if everybody's basic needs is taken care of, it's still going to be somebody that's going to
hell no, because like look where they coming from. Like if they have the capability to build some shit like that, it's like why I gotta play by y'all rules? Like we did all this.
You back where you started from.
Yeah, that's what he was saying earlier. Yeah, it's the same people that the same motherfuckers is out here now doing wild shit. Gonna be the same ones in that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless they have some sort of like vetting process where you got to meet a certain standard to live in that joint.
Yeah, like you had to be like damn near monk status or something like that because everybody's not flying by them rules, man.
Yeah, nah.
So it's gonna be like the Matrix, like how all them motherfuckers was living
you
the
can't
same.
fucking smoke in Dubai. That shit is trash, bro. I don't even know why you want to live there. You can't even smoke in that bitch. You can drink all you want. You can fucking buy
smoke in Dubai?
tigers. No, you can't.
Not a cigar, nothing.
No, I'm talking about like Bud, yeah. You can drink. You can't smoke.
Damn.
They don't got the Afghan.
Exactly.
Damn, I know for real. Now you say that, what the fuck?
They made that shit. Yeah, that's probably racist, but
yeah, probably
it was. My bad.
Yeah, stupid.
It took me back. It took me back.
I slept in geography, but yeah. I don't know, bro. Like, don't.
Do you think that there's could possibly be like you know how like the quote unquote race to space was a thing? Do you think that there could be like this race to build this? Like the first one to build a utopian society type shit. So then you'll have like some countries trying to sabotage other countries because this country feels like they're getting ahead, and then they do some shit and they send out a virus and fuck up you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but now I don't believe in no utopian society. After seeing like shit like this, it's like
it's like a NASA commercial.
Yeah, if like these people, I don't know, maybe if it's like a hippie, like utopian society, maybe I believe it. But like this is like powered by technology and money at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
I mean, big tech is just
that's government. Big tech is government.
People would have to work. It couldn't be no shit where like niggas is just because they will have to contribute. The people are still a resource. You know what I'm saying? They will have to do something.
But I don't know because like if you look at like
this is past the scale of like I don't know if y'all might agree or not, but this might if that wall they talking about out there, that might be past the scale of like the damn pyramids or something.
What you mean?
Nah.
Far if they can complete something like that, how many miles was it? 100 miles long, and it's just
because it's not stone. And it's like that's like my whole other theory too.
I don't know, dog.
Mirror.
I mean, I see that's a hell of a fucking technological fucking
feet. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying.
Marvel.
That's still either way. That's I never even thought in some shit like that existing. That's the first time.
Yeah, but it's all like metal and shit that can decay. Like pyramids was like granite. That's like not.
We don't know yet. We don't know what they're making that shit out of. If everything gonna be self-sustainable, it's got to be able to sustain itself. It's gotta be there. It's gotta be there.
Hey, true. I don't know what they coming with on that shit.
If two planes fly into it, I don't know.
I was thinking about. I was just thinking about what about like just some war shit or somebody challenging the territory or whatever.
But that bring the shit back to Marcus is like, who's checking these bounds? Like you can do all this shit. It's like who's you have the money to do all this. It's like who's like
right.
You know what I mean?
And where is the military base? Where the military base at? Where the police gonna be?
Right. I've never seen like them marching or nothing like that.
Unless it's something behind the scenes that they don't let us know about.
They should be all underground though.
Or all other militaries are their footmen.
Yeah. Do we ever hear about like poverty out there or anything like that?
Not there, but like
outside like
there, yeah, for sure.
20, 30 wives and stuff.
The niggas that's looking up at the mirror wall. Like,
right.
That was further in the video. They was talking about, we pushing these people out so we can build this wall.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
you gotta get this foundation. You getting these niggas out right now.
But yeah, they building islands and stuff. If you look at like I think they the only place that has a 6-star resort. In Dubai.
Really? Yeah, I've never heard of a 6-star. I thought it was all 5s.
I know me.
They're the only place that has a 6-star resort.
Is that the shit that they building with the moon on that shit?
tough.
The
They
moon?
just
No, they already built it. It's the joint with the it looks
The
like
what?
a seashell in the water. Like they made a man-made beach. It's like a
Uh-huh.
seashell.
Man,
I heard of that. Yeah. I seen that. I seen a little video.
6
That's
stars.
so that's the 6-star joint.
Mm-hmm.
that sounds like some. You can make a movie about some shit like that.
Hell yeah.
A man-made beach. Golly, you know how much money they pulling over that joint? That's ridiculous.
I mean, Mandalay Bay got a what's the name?
You thought? Listen,
My fault.
Utopian
It's a
society.
7-star resort.
My bad.
Shit.
7
Yeah, you
stars.
disrespectful. 7. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, how much you dropping at a night at a 7-star?
Man,
I'm
10
looking it up
racks.
now.
No, yeah.
How
It's over 10 racks.
That joint better come.
Yeah,
Right.
Well,
Right.
10 racks that might get you a shitty room. 10 racks might get you a shitty room.
That shit
yeah,
better come.
You right.
Have money.
probably gonna get their worst shit
I want to have brunch on
Probably like-
Mars.
about.
Shit, right.
Breakfast
I
on
say
Mars.
I don't even know, young.
But I think utopian society or not, I think that the motherfuckers are still gonna be the same. Like you couldn't have the same people mentality going in there because it would just be self-destruct, you know.
And then
I
it's
hear
where it's like everything you need will be within like a 5-minute radius. So
Yeah.
that means people gonna be living right over top of each other.
That's just crazy.
That's
Yeah.
like some Tower of Babel shit.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Niggas still gonna be TikToking.
Or
It
not
sound like
necessarily
control.
that. It's just we're gonna be packed. We're gonna be
Nigga,
packed.
that sounds like control, bro. That sounds like we're gonna put all these
Definitely.
niggas. They're gonna control your thoughts. They're gonna influence everything. I mean, how they do it now, but they just gonna have you like in close
Yeah,
quarters. You know what I'm saying?
You
It
see
might
how
be
they selling
shit
these
Well, hold on, let me just finish.
go,
this
go,
point.
go.
It might be some shit where it just might be a whole bunch of corporations. Let's say McDonald's, fucking Google, fucking Disney. They was like, yeah, we just gonna create a city and we just gonna put all our products and these niggas just gonna be like guinea pigs and just fucking eat all our products. It's gonna
Consume,
be
consume.
basically
Yeah.
like it's gonna be a Walmart. It's gonna be a Costco city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically, they're gonna control every fucking thing inside that bitch. You know,
AKA farming humans.
farming
Yeah,
humans.
pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Free range. Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Free range.
I was gonna say you because he was talking about how we're gonna be packed up. You know what I'm saying? And you see how like you go to DC or you can go to any major city right now.
Right.
Try to buy a condo. These condos are like 500 square feet. You know what I'm saying? They sell them for like $1 million or some shit like that.
So
You know what I'm
niggas
saying?
got bathrooms bigger than some of them. apartments.
Exactly.
That's
So
wow.
they're trying to get I can see they're trying to get folks used to or groomed for that type of environment.
Yeah, but that's the whole wildland shit. That's the whole wildland shit. They pushing you out the rural areas. They making people more concentrated in these cities. You make you out of touch of nature. They making everything so accessible. That's the thing. That like you're just bred to consume. You're bred to consume.
You are not outside of nobody can escape it. Niggas move to where they can afford to live. Simple as that.
Why do you think people in Waldorf right now?
The niggas go where they can afford.
Waldorf booming.
They said Waldorf is in Virginia. Ain't nobody trying to take that trip.
Ancient Virginia.
Yeah. God
It's
damn.
funny though, because if you think about it, it's like the idea of just living in cities, like from all those everything you just laid out, is like, doesn't that naturally we naturally progress in the phones? Because it was like what cities do to us coming from nature is like the same thing, you know, that phones do. It's just like wrap you with all that consuming, having everything in close quarters coming from nature to the city. Now you in the city, and you know what I'm saying, now you got your phone. It's like now you got more accessibility with your phone and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I went from living in a city where all my neighbors is living over top of me to now I'm talking to niggas in fucking London, and you know what I'm saying, I'm hitting up people all from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's kind of like a natural progression. That shit crazy.
Yeah, and it kind of like ties into that whole Georgia Guidestone shit. We the episode we did. It's like if you got all these people in the city, on the coast, you know what I mean? Because all the major cities are on coast except like Chicago or some shit like that.
Yeah,
right.
That's still by a lake.
right, and say
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a cataclysm happened, right? They
Yep.
push y'all all out the middle of the country on these outskirts, and then boom, cataclysm happens, and then boom, that reduces the population immediately. So
Mhm.
Yeah, you know.
You ever
Harp is
heard
fucking
West
real.
Virginia? You ever heard West Virginia is the only state that's not like they don't have to worry about like no type of like type of cataclysm or whatever the fuck.
No
You know, so
natural
like
I
a
doubt
globe.
that.
What's up about?
No natural disasters.
Yeah, natural disasters.
Oh,
Yeah,
because of the elevation.
yeah. I think what was it? Is it the Appalachians over there or something? I don't know.
But the
Yeah,
Appalachians run all the way
Appalachians.
down to like Tennessee
Yeah.
and shit, right?
I don't know, but
But
the
specifically where they're located.
But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's probably not related. But when you in West Virginia, it feel like you like in the mountains. I mean, you feel like you in the sky damn near sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure, like in Colorado though, that shit probably even
Oh yeah.
like probably even worse. Even the
Mile
altitude
high,
probably
Denver.
crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Same shit. But yeah, I've been to West Virginia too. It is like that.
Mm.
You ever been to Walmart in West Virginia? It's the wildest shit ever.
I've been on the website. People
I
of
can only
Walmart
imagine.
in
It's
West
the
Virginia.
wildest shit ever. What's cool though, because like I went to a Walmart in West Virginia and like
What the hell you doing in West Virginia, man?
Casino.
Any one of
yeah,
y'all.
back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, racing
Yeah.
the slots.
Yeah.
Racism.
That's the only thing
Yeah,
I've
but
had
hey.
out here.
Hollywood, yeah.
That's the
But
only
listen,
thing I've
Was
been
it
there.
Charlestown?
Not the fact that I pulled up at the Walmart West Virginia and there was a pregnant lady that was working there smoking a cigarette. But when you go in the fucking
damn.
Lord.
the Walmart, they got like they love their football. They had the West Virginia Mountaineers, they had Pittsburgh Steelers, they had Washington Redskins, all in that one centralized location. That shit was lit.
I know what time it is.
I appreciate that. All the way
Yeah,
out
they're
in
right
West
there in the
Virginia.
middle. They're right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Where
I can see that.
Pennsylvania and DMV folks is with the
Mhm.
Redskins.
Why they ain't
Yeah.
fucking with the
A lot of
Eagles?
people from DMV,
I know.
relocated up there too.
To West Virginia?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it's definitely cheaper to live out there.
Way cheaper. Yeah, it's
For sure.
people.
Hell
I used to work with some people that lived in West Virginia and would drive
Mhm.
all the way to Lanham from West
Yeah.
Virginia
There's
Hell no.
every day.
There's a train that runs up there. Though.
From
Every day.
Lanham?
Lanham
Yeah.
nigga, drive
Damn.
to work.
How long
There's-
you think that is?
There's a
Like,
train
like
that runs
2
up there.
hours?
I want to say like 2 hours probably.
Yeah.
Nah, they ain't no 2 hours. They ain't no
Bro,
way.
there's
That's
a
less
train
than
that runs
over
up there.
2 hours.
It's probably like
It's
an
probably
hour
about
and a
2
half.
hours.
I would say
Yeah.
West
Yeah.
Virginia to Lanham is probably like a good hour and
Oh,
that's
shit.
about a good
It might
2
even be
hours.
two. Yeah, it might not even be two. Yeah,
It probably made
ain't
an
no
hour
traffic,
50,
yeah.
hour 45.
Yeah,
Where we going? We going through 270? Where we going?
At 2:00 in the morning.
Exactly.
I think they was leaving. I think they
That's
said
what
they
I'm talking
would,
about.
like, leave
It's
their
about
house.
2 hours.
Yeah.
They used to leave their house at like it was two dudes. They used to leave their house at like probably about 4 a.m. to get to work around 6. I think that's
Okay. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. They got to
Yeah.
leave at the crack ass of dawn.
they probably wasn't facing no traffic. You know?
Dawn ain't even up.
That's what I'm talking about. Dawn ain't even up, nigga.
Nah, it's still 4. That's that fucking transition. That's gray area right there. Both sides in sleep.
That motherfucker ain't even
Hey,
up.
that's when you gotta get up in the morning. Hey, who getting up first?
Right.
Who taking that shower first? Who taking that shit first?
Oh man,
That's that.
hey, I was listening to this thing the other day. It was saying that how for TikTok, they were saying how the algorithm that TikTok was made in China, but the algorithm that TikTok pushes here on in the United States is different than the algorithm that they push over
Yeah.
in China.
Yeah.
Probably.
We said that before on the show. Yeah.
You think they want competition?
That
Nah.
shit crazy. Like all of our United States algorithm is like about dumb shit.
Twerking and making
Like,
dumbass
dumb
videos and shit like
Over there, it's like about educational.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
building
It's
stuff and mathematics and
like, I was
you know
like,
what I mean?
oh shit.
And they have a limit on it. But like,
crazy.
yeah,
Oh, do they?
they
We
want to
dancing
uplift
out here.
their people over us. Like that
Yeah.
shit makes sense.
Yeah.
Dumb
that
as
shit
fuck.
crazy.
Wow, dumbing us down.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cut shit. Yeah, they
And
don't
it's
play
the
that shit over
Chinese
there.
app. It's a whole
Yeah, it's the
Chinese
Chinese
app.
app.
They don't
Yeah.
play that shit over there.
Ain't that like an attack?
Yeah, this is
It is
this is which psychological warfare. Yeah.
Yep, straight up.
It is.
But that mean we get sold out by our American companies, right?
Yes.
Hell yeah, that's how they get the
100%.
information.
That's how they get,
Yeah, they getting that's how
I
they
wouldn't
getting
even be
information.
surprised if
Ooh,
like
you onto something.
because conspiracy TikTok is like kind of like what kind of drew me to TikTok, but it's like I feel like they Chinese government used TikTok to pretty much run intel on the U.S. government. Because like, okay, it's a few smart motherfuckers over there in America. They did the research, you know what I'm saying? So let's let them do the research for us. Like it's like we're the spies for them, because you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's
when
the
you're
same thing they say.
confirming whatever they say.
Some of these YouTubers that solve fucking crimes, and then the cops are just like the
whole don't kill cats junk. Yeah,
but that type of shit happens more often than people know. Like just
I gotta
people
finish that,
the internet let other people solve the crime.
Yeah, you are right though. They'll give out clues, all types of information and shit to help lead to.
They'll call the cops, be like, "Oh, watch this YouTube video. They was in a room that had a pink mark on the wall. That's the same pink mark on the wall. That's in like that."
But it's like we consume all these like shows and shit, right? Like I don't know, Power or Game of Thrones or Dead, whatever, Walking Dead and shit like that. So like we accustomed to like breaking shows down and stuff. Is like, so when we see bullshit, we know how to break it down.
Yeah, quick. That's all. No, niggas is living a real life show though. That's how I feel.
Hey, facts.
Yeah,
Shakespeare, the world's a stage.
Yeah, they'll break down just like Lighthouse was just saying, man. Like they'll see a real life story and point out the clues and give different information that maybe the cop, and that's what would be baffling me though. How the cops and these detectives don't be on this shit. This nigga
whole 20-year career. Yep.
Yeah, in a couple of hours. Like that's sitting in the.
If you think about it, they probably got other shit that they got to do.
Yeah, sometimes you just need new fresher eyes.
Yeah, somebody that got a little more
and that is true.
Passionate about the case and situation, they might be more on top of the shit.
And you are right though. These motherfuckers do be like tired. They've taken on like 6 different things in a day. Probably lack of sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not even just that, because even if you watch a lot of these documentaries and shit, it'll be like that. It'll be just that one. All you need is one motherfucker to be like, something about this doesn't seem like that.
Who was that?
Me.
Yeah. No, you're right.
20,000 people seen that story, and all you need is just one person to be like, hold on. Something didn't sit right with me about that shit, and then boom.
Yeah. And then it's like, why do they always like hide shit from us then? We collectively can, make shit happen.
Yeah.
And just like you were saying, that happens more times than none, though.
Well controlled, that's all it is. Everybody can't be let in. Everybody can't get in the club.
Everybody can't get in the Mirror City.
Yeah, that's exclusive.
Hey, that joint, but I can see it's kind of what Brian was saying earlier. It was like glorified. What he said, we in glorified, like guinea pigs or some shit like that.
Yeah,
that's literally what
that's what that is. Tell me if you lived in that shit, you wouldn't think that was like the paradise the way that
shit.
Have you seen
where the pool at? I want to see what the pool look like.
It's all types of movies on this one.
You be at the pool all day and shit.
The pool and the jacuzzi.
What's that show? It's like the same creators of Rick and Morty.
The joint with the robot.
Was Steven Universe?
Nah, it's like
Futurama.
Nah, that's a spinoff of like Simpsons and shit.
Oh, I thought them niggas was all the same.
Solar Opposites. Solar Opposites. So it's like there's one episode in that jump where pretty much one of the aliens has like this big ass like I guess you call it like an ant farm in this room, but it has like little people in the ant farm. So that's how I view this shit. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's like a Men in Black type joint.
Mm-hmm.
Solar Opposites. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you gotta watch that joint.
That'd be crazy if he was like feeding them and shit.
Nah, they just like a whole like little world, but they're like living outside the joint. You look in there and like it's like, oh, listen to them acting all stupid, but like meanwhile in that little world they have like a whole life.
Yeah.
It's on Hulu. Okay.
Yeah, it's a wild show.
Tiffany Haddish in the show.
Whoa, speaking about Tiffany Haddish,
I
have
was
you
about
heard
to
about?
say,
Yeah,
Ooh,
have you heard about
my
that?
bad. My bad, Tiff.
That was a great transition.
Yeah, excellent.
My
Well,
bad.
I
Have you
haven't
heard about
heard.
that?
I haven't heard.
Yeah, I
This,
heard about
this
it.
little ant farm.
It was. It's.
That
You
And you
junk.
ever seen them YouTube videos where the
Yeah.
people would like put food or something in like an ant, like in a like a fish tank with a bunch of ants and shit, and then they'll like eat like the burgers or eat like watermelons or some shit like that. You ain't ever seen that shit?
Mm-mm.
I'm going to now.
Nah, for real. It'll just you'll just watch like a whole watermelon just disintegrate. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
yeah.
Well,
The time lapse joint.
Oh,
Yeah.
time left. Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, I fuck with those though.
What you got on Tiff, man?
Yeah, what,
Pull it up,
what,
pull it
what
up.
was that intel?
Y'all know
It
that?
was her and
Oh.
not Corey Holcomb. What's
Ari
that other
Spears.
dude? Aaron Spears. Ari Spears.
Oh, when it,
This is Yahoo News. This is not no shade room or nothing.
yeah.
I watched the joint. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I laughed at one of the jokes or two of the jokes, you know what I'm saying? But
You talking about the
That
Lizzo shit?
And it's a Jane Doe.
What you mean?
no, Lizzo. This is about this is
I
he's
said Jane Doe.
I know
You
what
know
he said
Lizzo.
about
What the fuck?
Lizzo or whatever.
nah, it's not about Lizzo.
I know. I'm saying then it all
P, you
started.
not reading this?
He was talking shit about Lizzo and then all this.
Pete
Yeah,
not Pete, I don't think Pete hearing me.
You're not listening.
I am.
No, it's
not
about it
saw
wasn't
it.
about Lizzo, bro.
We're
I
talking
know.
Lizzo. What Lizzo got to do with this?
I know. I was talking about how everything.
He confusing me. Y'all know I'm drinking. He confusing me.
Hey, scratch that, man. That's what I saw first.
Tiffany Haddish and Ari
Hey, we
Spears
out
accused
here.
her as L.A. prosecutors to immediately
It's OC.
arrest the comedians on child sexual abuse claims.
Yeah, I did see. Yeah.
Yahoo
Pull it up.
News.
Pull it up. Pull a video on. Put a video on. Put it
Why I
on.
gotta have a video? You can't
Put
read
it on. We need video.
Nah, this one
Oh
probably.
my
yeah.
God.
It was. I watched the joint. It was. You know.
It's a Jane Doe.
So
But-
she was getting like chained or some shit, or the kid, or like
I think
No,
it
I
happened
wouldn't.
like on set somewhere.
What? What happened
Yeah.
on set?
Ooh.
Somebody got chained.
Wow, that's even a little bit more Illuminati-ish.
But
Hold on, hold on,
but that's
hold on.
like I
Listen,
can see
listen,
that shit
listen.
happening though for real.
All right, we're connecting with law enforcement partners to determine whether there is an open investigation to the matter. We take these allegations very seriously, and the matter will receive through review. When it's presented to us, Haddish and Spears were accused of sexually abusing Jane Doe at age 14 and her brother, 7-year-old brother,
What?
now 15, on separate occasions per a lawsuit filed Tuesday, which the Daily Beast first reported.
Oh no, this shit
Wow.
different than what I seen. No, I don't know about none of this shit.
Man, that's wild.
No. I seen a skit
7 and
with
14.
them
Oh,
two and
Jane
some little
alleged that
boys.
Haddish approached her while she was at a comedy summer camp and asked her to mimic sexual acts for a sketch on camera,
What?
leaving her nervous and disgusted.
What? Ooh.
So she is.
So it's on camera. Pull it up. I want to see it. Pull it up.
2014.
That's
What you talking
believable.
about,
Though.
bro?
That's actually believable.
Right.
Pull it up. Pull
Slut
it
some
up.
groom and shit.
Man,
I'm gonna
I
pull it
told
up.
you
This is all we got.
There was some video that used to
Pull
be
it up.
on YouTube back in the day where
It's gotta be on YouTube.
it was like Ariana Grande and they
Yep.
had her doing some
Sexually suggestive
all these
stuff.
sexually suggestive
Yeah.
things, but it was, to the untrained eye, you'd be like, oh, she's just playing with, I don't know. some
Yep.
wild
It's
shit.
weird because like Ari Spears ain't been doing shit.
Nope.
Then all of a
Right.
sudden, his name
All
comes
of a
up.
sudden.
Not a damn thing.
Hey, but
Nope.
see, if
His
he
name
was
came
in the
up in the
Utopia
Lizzo
society, that
and
wouldn't
then-
happen.
You said what?
I was just making a fun. I was like, but if we was living in a utopian society, this wouldn't happen.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Damn, he
well,
look like a crackhead.
yeah, he look
he
bad.
look bad.
You look terrible, man.
Damn.
But it's
He
funny
was-
how his
he-
name came up in two different situations with the Lizzo since it's like, because sometimes I'll be
Yeah.
looking at like, certain people's names coming up in the news. It's not even really
Right.
about what they doing.
What was the Lizzo joint? What was the Lizzo joint? Because y'all keep talking about what was it? What
Body
happened?
I don't know, Lizzo. What
Or
y'all
she
talking about?
addressed him about some. I didn't know all the
He was
details.
just body
Like,
shaming her.
addressed him. Yeah, he said some shit about her in the interview, and then she like addressed him at an award show or some shit.
She be
So-
so like
Oh.
she be pressed. Like you're
Yeah.
big. Like people gonna talk about you. Like Ari Spears is big as fuck. Like
You
don't have to
better
say
be.
nothing
You
to
better
him.
be ready. They coming for you.
Nah, he's done, dog. He's done.
So you think Lizzo sent
yeah, she's part of that.
Some goons out to get him?
I didn't look at it like that. I was just saying that who knows? Maybe they got Netflix special or movie coming out soon.
I wouldn't be surprised if she got more money than him anyway, because she's new. You know, Lizzo. I'm just surprised.
She got more money than both of these motherfuckers, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. I wouldn't be surprised. So yeah, she could send the goons out.
Lizzo like a major
investigators out.
She's like an international pop star. You know the
and a lot of people mess with her. A lot of people fuck with her. So
yeah.
She might not even got to do nothing. It might be a favor for her. She might ain't got to spend nothing.
She's like female Bruno Mars on the low.
No, seriously, dog. I think she had two
music wise, style wise. I think so.
I believe so.
Hey, did they ever did niggas ever cancel Will Smith? Did that ever happen?
No, that motherfucker still around.
Will Smith really got canceled?
No, I'm just asking because I remember motherfuckers was at a height.
He called us an extortion case. What money do you have, my nigga?
I was just about to say, who's trying to get Ari Spears?
But then when I seen the video. The video looked kind of recent though on YouTube. I don't know.
Okay, so it was on that Funny or Die website. Hold on. On September 1st, news broke that the pair had been accused of recruiting and coercing the children to acting out sexually suggestive scenes on camera. Okay, that's the same story. The incident concerning the first plaintiff, age 14 at the time, took place in 2013. Mm-hmm. The second incident, which took place a year later, involved a 7-year-old in a video that was uploaded to a sketch comedy site, Funny or Die. That's Will Ferrell's jump.
What year was this? You said 2013?
2013. The video titled "Through a Pedophile's Eyes" was
removed. How blatant,
bro! Wow,
on its posting in 2018.
Creepy.
Yeah, that's some sick shit.
I thought it was recent.
How does that even make anything?
Even that title. Like, damn, I'll be like, nah, don't put me on that.
How does that make a website without it being like, oh, maybe we should?
What was the title?
Because it's child porn.
A pedophile, something.
Eyes.
That's that Ariana Grande shit. It's like the same goddamn shit.
Delete your cookies after that, Corey, just in case, man. Shit, you don't want no.
No, it was just it was I thought it was like a stupid ass
skit
parody.
Yeah.
Because the joint I seen, it was so she was the niece, and what'd you call it? Air Spears was the uncle or whatever, and she was like, "Okay, uncle, whatever. I gotta go right here. Can you watch my son or whatever?" And she would go off and go to whatever errand she had to run, and then they had on one of the joints. I'm sorry, on one of the joints, they had the R. Kelly music playing.
Oh yeah, right.
Had the R. Kelly music, and he had the newspaper with the eyes cut out of the newspaper, so he was watching this.
Yo,
man, that shit was funny. I don't, but it clearly there must be more there. I don't know, but what I saw, it was stupid as shit. Back in the day, if like Ari Spears, we know him from what was it, Mad Comedy, Mad TV or something like that. Yeah,
that's all he ever did.
It wouldn't be nothing. It would be nothing. Niggas would be laughing like shit or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if there. It seems like there might be more there, but back in the day, in the 90s, early 2000s,
this is some sick shit. I mean,
But that's what I need more detail. So that I heard when I said they had somebody chained up or some shit.
No, I asked. I said no. I didn't before the article came out. I just asked like, is that what happened?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, but from the little video I seen, I was like, man, nigga. I'm an 80s baby. That shit would have been funny back in the day, but I know it's a lot of sensitive niggas out this joint.
Yeah, I know.
That's not their kids.
Looks like why are these?
But hold up. Their parents, I'm pretty sure their parents allowed them to go over there and film the skit,
just like everybody.
Whatever. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, but hold on now. Like, there's some parents that are wild, so like they can put you in that position, and you get a little older, and you be like, hold up, that was some wild shit.
There are some.
Yeah,
parents,
okay, but don't be coming out here trying to sue no niggas. If you the parent, you can't be no parents out here trying to sue some motherfuckers. If you being fucking wild, you can't do that.
Wrong is wrong, my brother.
Yeah, wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. I agree.
So you're saying that
That's what I'm. That's
so
what
you're
I'm
saying
thinking.
the parents can't have a change of heart if they realize that they done fucked up.
Nah, they
No,
can.
they the ones that fucked up.
They
They the ones that fucked up.
I'm just asking. I'm
It don't make no
asking. I'm
sense.
saying.
It don't make no
Oh
sense.
damn, that
It don't
was
make no
was
sense.
some wild shit.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? Oh damn, that was some wild shit. Let me sue.
Kids, yeah, it probably fucked
That's
up
a money
kids.
grab. That's a money grab. Oh, that was some wild shit. I don't know. What would you use? Would you use smoking
nah,
crack or some shit? Oh, that was my
I
bad.
see
That was
what you're
fucked up
saying.
back then.
I
You know what
see
I'm saying?
what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
This remind me of like my a conversation I had with my man like years ago, and I remember we was watching some video. What's some rapper from this old Chicago rapper like Lil Mouse or something like that? And he had that song. Fuck around,
That sound familiar.
some shit like that. Wasn't it called like fuck around and get shot? Some shit like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
so he was like, hey, he said, what if some record company came to you and was like, hey, young, like I'll take your 7-year-old son and turn him into like the next, like, you know, super thug gangster rap nigga. Like, but he said, I'll pay you like $30 million. He said, would you let your son do that shit? And that nigga said he would do that shit. So I was thinking,
You see what I'm talking about?
just have me thinking about that, like, young. A lot of people probably would sell, like, let their child sell their child out, young, for like the right price of money. You know what I'm saying? So I
That's
just thought that was
true
funny.
too. Shit, and it still happens every day for some short change shit.
Yeah, short change. That shit will never. That's what I mean. Never amount to any of that. Whatever they offer you, it could always be 100 times more than that. But you still, people are crazy, man. When you never seen it or heard it or had it, touched it, man, you settle for anything.
I mean, that's pretty much the formula now, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's pretty much how to get niggas to sell out for.
But even your moral fiber though,
back to the goddamn agenda.
It's your moral fiber. It's like, yo, that substance of that shit is like lost. It's rare now. Like for motherfuckers to be like stand up. It's almost like everybody has a price. Like,
but do you think
I'm just gonna wear you out until I get your price?
Do you think that whole, like, even the whole get the bag culture, like, do you think that's what kind of create, like, it's trendy to get the bag? It's like it's not, you know, it's never been the, you know, preserve your morals culture. It ain't never.
I don't agree with that.
Niggas ain't putting out videos.
I don't agree with that. No, because it's always been some shitty ass motherfucking parents out this joint. Always. We've seen some stories. Not what.
I don't know. I see what you're saying, though, Lighthouse, because like it is like that. It's just like the right now. Motherfuckers ain't thinking about the future or anything else. It's like whatever's going on right now. Niggas literally thinking about not even being here tomorrow. So they living for like the moment right now. You hear that shit in music. It's crazy.
That ain't new.
It's not, but it's the reality is like here though now. Like it's really, man, you gotta be careful with this crazy shit.
Man, that shit ain't new, man. That shit ain't new. You ain't had to live through that crack epidemic.
I agree with you.
That heroin.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. What I mean by that, though, what I mean is like where it's like, you know, well, shit, so and so did some immoral shit. It's like, yeah, but they got that bag though, son. I can't blame them though, son. It's like, is there a line for anything if they get if you know what I'm saying? Is there a line? Is it at all, or is it like because it's trendy to be like, well, son, hey, you know, gotta get the bag though, son. You gotta do, you know, like, is there a line? Is there a certain time where you was like, all right, well, maybe that was too far, maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a
you know, yeah. Lighthouse. I know you know. I know you know.
I know, but what I'm saying, but what I'm saying is like culturally though, like as a society, like, you know, are we going more into that way of thinking? Even though Corey, you say, like, you're right, Corey, it's always been people like that. But what I'm saying is like trendy to have that thought process.
Now everybody's being like that.
Like back in the day, niggas might have, you know, everybody always been money hungry. Like that's always been a fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is like those thoughts of get the bag, that shit ain't going off on your subconscious constantly all the time back. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, if an opportunity presented itself, that's one thing. But it's like get the bag at all costs. That's almost the thinking now. So you almost put morals to the side because you gotta achieve that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Rather than a person just getting smacked in the face with an opportunity and they gotta make a decision right there. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that's your everyday your train of thought, but it's something that like but you get hit with an opportunity compared to somebody where every day it's like they're not even thinking about developing their character or their morals because everything is
all about the bag.
Right. You understand what I'm trying to say?
But
I definitely understand what you're trying to say, but I'm just gonna say this little tidbit and I'm done. Cause y'all know we got Malcolm X, MLK, and they were doing shut up, boy. They was doing they was doing things out there, man. They were talking to, definitely Malcolm X. I know they was bringing folks into the Muslim community and everything like that or whatever. And they always were, the white folks are always pumping, drugs and type of stuff or whatever in the community and stuff like that or whatever. So there has always been that mentality of, I'm not going to say always, but a certain point in time, I want to say probably when the civil rights era was coming around and it's a bunch of other stuff going on at that time too. But I think it's for a long time now, there has been at least that mentality to, I got to get the bag right now. You know what I'm saying? I got to get it back right now. I got to sell the, how many movies do we have with gangsters? Oh, no, I'm not even talking about in the 90s. I'm talking about, well, as far as the time frame, how many movies do we have where we can go back from the 90s, 2000s, all the way back to the 60s, the 70s, where you have gangsters and everybody, black, white, whatever, Nicky Bonds, you know what I'm saying, whatever. Everybody, I got to get this money right now. You know what I'm saying?
I think that shit was more about power. You know what I'm saying? It was about like territory and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
That shit was like drugging, dude.
It was like more. I feel like it was that shit looking like way more like organized. Like,
yeah, crime is always organized. If you're a boss, anyway. If you're a boss, it's always organized.
Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kiana has a conspiracy we was talking about.
Okay.
Ari Spears and Lizzo. She said Kevin
You hit that,
Samuels made comments about Lizzo. Now Kevin Samuels was gone a week later.
Oh shit!
What y'all think about
Yeah,
that?
so Lizzo just getting niggas.
Lizzo got
Kevin
pulled.
Samuel shit natural causes though?
I thought he had like
a heart attack or some shit.
Yeah, or cardiac failure. Some shit
But you see how he was in Atlanta, like that 1 week before that show Atlanta.
Oh no, I haven't watched the new season.
Yeah, he
did that video with Future too, so he was starting to get inside circles and shit. You never know.
Yeah, you never.
He probably had some shit.
His name, like they started saying his name on like TV.
Nicki Minaj was on this shit. It was a couple motherfuckers on there. Yeah.
Well, he definitely did have a little message to give, but I don't know.
Damn, I mean that shit is what? Like how long ago was it when he passed? Like it's only been like 4 or 5 months. Like
I was about to say 3 months.
Nah, it's a little bit longer than that.
Has it been 90 days? Nah,
because this is nigga. No, because it. But no, we didn't know.
It's weird with him because it's like it felt like he came and went, but it felt like he like did what he had to do, and then he just went off on his way. You know what I'm saying?
He died on Cinco de Mayo.
He probably knew something was up because no homo, as well groomed as the man was, I'm pretty sure he was going to the doctor and you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
Yeah,
and worrying about whatever. He not like me. I don't remember the last time I went to the goddamn doctor, nigga. And I drink every day.
You gonna live forever?
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna live forever, baby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna live forever. I'm from the South, nigga. We drink all day, smoke all day. I'm from the South, baby.
Like 98.
I'm from the South, baby. 98. Still smoking jacks,
still
cigars, whatever you want. Whatever. But as well groomed as he was, I'm pretty sure he goes to the fucking doctor at least once a month. Maybe at the Okay, at least once a year. At least once a year. At
He
least
kept
once a year. I'm
himself
gonna
up.
say.
That is
Yeah.
like strange though. That's only
Yeah.
120 days
And,
too.
and
by
then
the
you
way.
got and then I was about to say then you got I forgot cuz name, but you got Black Panther. You got Black
Oh, yeah.
Panther. And he was going to, and nobody knew anything about that. You know
Wait,
what
he
I'm
said
saying?
something about Liz too?
No. No,
Oh,
I'm
I was
just
about to
Yeah,
say.
I'm just saying health wise.
got
I'm just saying
Black
health
Panther
wise.
about it. Hey,
Nah.
do you know who you got to be to get Black Panther about it? There, though, of all people, like,
Of all people,
For
Right.
real.
people, nigga,
T'Challa, boy.
that's like Black
T'Challa.
like Batman and shit.
Matter of fact,
Right.
that's crazy. I watched that last night. Black Panther.
And you know what's crazy? He played a lot of big
Yeah.
roles for black folks.
Oh, yeah.
Every damn role he played, pretty much.
He got
Everyone,
great movies.
they were important people.
Yeah.
Important people.
James Brown.
That was
James
my
Brown
joint,
joint
man.
was cold.
Get
though.
down. That's my joint.
Yeah.
That was
that
my
joint was
joint. He
cold.
played the shit out of that joint,
Yep,
man.
that shit was
Yeah.
good.
That joint was cold. I think that's probably my favorite one. I think it's probably my favorite
that
movie of
joint
his.
cold.
Black Panther was okay. It was good, but I think the James Brown joint, that shit was cold.
Yeah,
He did a Jackie, right?
Yeah, that's what it was
And-
called.
Yeah, he did that too.
Hey, he did some joints, man.
Yeah,
That shit was
Jackie
tough.
Robinson was good.
I know
'cause
this
it
is
was
a little
like,
off topic, but you know what else? A cold ass movie. Why do fools fall in love? That movie is
Oh man,
cold, dog.
nah, niggas just send me a joint.
Right?
Hey, the Frankie. Hey,
The Frankie Lionel ass
cold,
nigga.
yo.
They just
I'm
I'm not hating on that joint, but nah, niggas just sent me a joint talking about you got to get rid of one. It was Temptations, the 5 Heartbeats, what was the Tina Turner joint? The
What's love got to do with
what's
it?
good? What? Yeah, and then the Frankie Lionel joint. I was like, that
I think I
Frankie Lionel
seen
joint
every
got to go.
single
The
last
Frankie
one.
Lionel joint got to go. It got to go.
I think I seen every single last one of them joints going down.
Yeah, I bet everybody
the
seen one of
Frankie
them.
Lyman one probably is the one that's going to go.
That's
too.
got to go.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
Temptations and 5
Come on,
Heartbeats
man.
ain't going nowhere. I know
Hey, look.
that.
Hey, Lorenz
Oh yeah,
Taylor,
Temptation and 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah, I
Lawrence
know
Taylor,
that.
yeah, he next level.
Leon ain't going nowhere.
When he
No,
did
sir.
that Presidents, I was like, he got it, bro.
Yeah, Dead Presidents.
Hey.
he
Hey,
got it.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
that
not
scene
going
when
nowhere.
when he went in the room and Chris Tucker's eyes was blue, like, man, when I was a kid, that shit definitely like was tattooed in my brain. Like that shit never went away. I used to have like visions of seeing that nigga's like eyes.
Yeah, that shit was scary as hell.
Yeah.
Shit was wild, yo.
Oh,
But
yeah.
and at the end of How Do Fools Fall? No, yeah, at the end of that joint when Frankie Lyman, when they showed the real him, I guess when he was just dancing, it was black and white. That shit was kind of creepy though for some reason, yo. Like at the end when they showed him, I guess because I seen it as a kid, so I'm like, this nigga dead in real life.
Yeah.
Dancing,
I know
shit,
what you
he
mean.
just
all bobbing his head like that shit just-
Yeah. And it was that old shit too, and it was in black and white.
yeah, that nigga's head.
Nah, it was a good movie though.
That
B.
make
It was a good
sheet.
movie though, B. But that one can roll out of the pack.
Out of those ones, that one's definitely
pack.
on. I'm sorry.
man, get what you call it up out of here. Don't nobody want to see that other joint.
Ooh,
Tina Turner joint. Get that joint out of here.
What? That's a classic.
Why do fools fall in love?
I'm just messing. with you.
I was about to say.
Equal was
It's
wild.
definitely
mama watched
trauma
that.
in that motherfucker though.
I already know. Boy,
You
you mama
already
watch
know.
that joint every day.
Every day. Like something new was gonna happen.
She watch that
Like,
joint every day.
yeah.
Dog.
Watching what? Dana was like a grown woman and he was a teenager.
Yes.
In that joint.
Yeah. Yeah, that joint is wild, bro.
Hey.
But we was talking about
Hey.
Kevin Samuels, some foreshadowing that joint, right? So like I'm watching Atlanta. It's not, the first season of Atlanta is the best season, but that last season they got like random spots. It's like kind of like they drop a little gems here and there. But the Kevin Samuels joint, he had like a high school memorial named after him right before or right after he died. Like he died, then like he was in the episode where he's at a high school and like they peel like back the curtain of his like memorial. So it's like that's like some
Double creepy.
some foreshadowing shit. I'm just remembering that shit.
And the movies and like the shows and shit tell you the shit that's going on and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know what his purpose would be within all that, but that is
I don't know. Yeah,
The
Or this could be all,
synchronicity is like,
synchronicities, coincidences, and all that shit.
yeah.
Question:
Yep.
What did he die of?
Heart attack.
But I thought he had like cancer or some shit too.
I don't know what. I just know that shit was so random out of nowhere. It was
No,
120 days ago. Two Reds, literally.
Interesting
He died on Cinco de Mayo.
individual.
Damn.
I don't want to. Never mind. Go ahead.
I don't want to see no super wild shit, but
Nah, I always thought he was.
There was some, allegations about that. Yeah, because he had like somebody.
I ain't gonna say it.
Sleeping in his bed, a grown man sleeping in his bed. And
Who was it, Ursher?
I don't know.
Was it Ursher?
Don't put Usher's name out there like that. You don't know that.
Did y'all see that Junior Seau?
Better shut us down.
He
Who?
on tour right now.
Who Lighthouse?
Joint. I'm not Junior Seau.
Mantateo.
Yeah,
I ain't watched it yet, but I do want to watch it.
Oh, that joint was dope. I watched that joint. Who was that?
that's
Who
some
asked
wild
about
shit,
that?
too.
Who asked about that?
No, I seen that joint.
That was Lights Out. Lighthouse. Yeah. Because it's about to be Lights Out.
He said it's about to be Lights Out.
I keep hearing that damn top spin. I keep hearing that.
They got damn Jameson too. Oh God, boy.
Okay, all right. So Boo Boy,
We almost halfway.
You got the big one too. You got the all right, Boo Boy. You talking about we talking about Kevin Samuels and who could be possibly in that y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill.
Yeah, you said I looked at the screen, right?
Y'all gotta chill.
Y'all
gotta chill.
All right,
Y'all gotta chill. Hold on.
All
right, be mature. Be mature. All right, look.
Shut up.
And scene. All right. And all right, so yeah, we talking about all that funny shit. So you had sent me a video about and it's crazy because like I remember Alex Jones talking about the shit way back in the day, how there's this kind of like ties into the one episode we did about like Monsanto, like all that fucking Roundup and weed killer shit. So there's actually a very, very popular weed killer that we spray on all our crops and whatever, atrazine. So atrazine is used very widely. It's even in some of our like water sources and all that shit, fertilizer and all that shit. But you seen a thumbnail? It's making these frogs gay out here. So
I wanted further information on that.
Corey, what the fuck?
Right, I thought he about to break out a YouTube song.
I know. I'll be honest with you. I was scared for a second.
I thought my shit was skipping. I was like, oh shit. I was over here like, oh
shit. And he
all I heard was the laugh.
I was trying to sample it. I was like, how you sample this?
And then I thought it was Boo Boy. I was like,
I know.
I thought it was you too, Boo Boy.
I got that. Oh, that's my shit though.
I ain't got that.
Oh, you was dancing.
Little big head. Yeah, little big head bounce.
So you taking them back and shit.
Fuck us all up, man. We're trying to have a fucking professional conspiracy show. Corey, log out, come back in.
I am done.
Come back in.
ASOT 88.
Yeah.
Hey,
log all the way out, come back in. But yeah, I'm trying to have a professional conspiracy show. So, what in your find is? Do I gotta play the video?
Yeah, you play that.
Yes, run that.
Let's see. Oh, you sent me it. Yeah. And his brother's name is Tyrone. Hilarious.
Brother Tyrone.
You all right, Corey? 1, 2.
Yeah, I can't hear shit.
I'm back.
Sound like a hiccup.
Here we go.
Like Tyrone Hayes, Dr. Hayes quickly began learning about the world's best-selling pesticide. Using African clawed frogs in his research, he came to a controversial conclusion.
We found that atrazine had demasculinizing effects on exposed males, so the voice box, the larynx didn't grow properly. Testosterone levels were really low. We eventually found out that sperm production was really low. We also found out that the exposed males could be feminized. They would grow ovaries or grow eggs. And now we're starting to show that some of these males actually show what we call homosexual behavior. They actually prefer to mate with other males. So as they tell you what atrazine does to this frog's hormones, you should be thinking about what it does to me, to humans.
Atrazine is now the second most widely used pesticide in the U.S. And the EPA has recently drafted a report citing atrazine as a chronic risk, not just for frogs, but mammals, birds, and other wildlife, even when used according to labels.
That's wow. What in that list do we not consume?
There's a whole lot of shit, and
just all the effects.
Apparently, the levels for where he was like recording all these results of the frogs was at the minute level. You know what I'm saying? That's what's allowed in the drinking supply of us. So like these frogs have like the millionth percentage of what's turning them fucking on the other side.
Yeah.
Foo. Hey, all that shit. So
that's just like, you know what I'm saying? That's just like we have to have, in order to drink from your faucet, like from your home, you have to have like, there has to be like a certain level of chlorine, but it's not harmful to you.
You're supposed to get a carbon filter.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like for that small amount, that small trace amount to do
that's scary.
To turn the organs.
That's crazy.
Reverse. Yeah,
reverse.
It's like reversing. It's making males females.
Literally.
And then the males can produce eggs. That's even crazier.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and not just that, but the males started humping the males and lost attraction for the females, and the females did vice versa.
God damn.
Yeah, bro.
So they were literally reproducing with the
in
male.
My soup. That's all I'm gonna say. This shit on my stirring pot.
Atrazine.
And it's the number 2. What did it say? It's the number 2. It's like number the number 2 killer.
Yeah.
That's wild, bro.
I wonder what that's made. Like, what is that? Like, what kind of chemical is that?
We need to get a chem specialist.
Like, what is that?
Yeah, bro.
Like I said,
I can probably find one. Atrazine.
Who? We got to find who?
A chem specialist.
A chem specialist.
Yeah.
Just say chemist. We just need a chemist. A chem specialist. Hey, that's dope. Hey, I'm a chem specialist.
A chemist?
And he look like a cool ass nigga too.
That sounds like a street pharmacist.
The wild part is though, right? The wild part is like he was hired by the outside company.
Yeah.
What was that shit called?
Oh, to do the research on
yes, that was the wild part. Syngenta.
Yeah.
Okay.
They hired him.
Yeah, they hired him, and then like after a while, they're like, hold on, brother, like you found a little bit too much. We need
you to stay focused on.
Because he started.
They was going to defund his whole research.
Mm-hmm.
And this is UC Berkeley. That's not no UDC.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
UC Berkeley.
Prestigious school.
Yeah.
So it's like
he was like, did he just like stumble? He's like, wait a minute, are these frogs gay?
Yeah,
no, he got, he found out what he got paid to do.
Right.
Don't hire smart motherfuckers.
And when he basically came to the table, like, hold up, wait 1 goddamn minute, Rondell. They was basically like, all right, well, we're not about to stop. You know what I'm saying? Like moving this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
they just paid him off.
Yeah.
These weeds still gotta die.
But he became activist though. He turned activist because
I bet he did after some shit like that. That's
he
some
started
eye-opening shit.
Right. He started to see the link between that and like the the African American African American community.
Well, that's way deeper than the surface too, man. Like, wow.
Yeah.
They got mad because he did what he was supposed to do.
Exactly. He exposed them in the process.
Since the publication of Slater's blockbuster, an Illinois court has released documents shedding more light on Syngenta's campaign against Tyrone Hayes, and other atrazine critics, which the pesticide maker undertook in an attempt to fight off a lawsuit by several Midwestern towns. What that sound like? It was targeting, seeking redress for atrazine residues in their drinking water. Syngenta settled the suit in 2012 by agreeing to pay out a total of $105 million to more than 1,000 communities without admitting culpability. It's crazy how they can just like pay shit off.
I know. What the fuck? Wow.
Here you go.
That's not even a lot though, for real.
Take this.
$105 million to 1,000 communities. What is that like? What is that? 10-5? Shit, that ain't nothing.
I wonder if
hey, these are like some corporate thugs though. Listen to this shit. According to an environmental health news piece published in June, the documents revealed an aggressive multi-million-dollar campaign that included hiring a detective agency to investigate scientists on a federal advisory panel and looking into the personal life of a judge. This is like the corporate mafia.
Mm-hmm. Hey, yo, Bulla, get some of this atrazine over here in the water.
They an investigation of his wife.
That's wild.
Yeah. Do you think that the frogs realized the change though? Like, I wonder if like other like would the frogs realize like what was happening? Like,
that's a good question.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't able to like investigate themselves, but I'm pretty sure that you know a straight frog looked at it like, wait a minute, what's wrong with this?
I think that,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
I think they probably did know though, but they, you know, like I think animals are so simple, like they know they gotta reproduce and shit. Like that's
like something's off.
Animal instinct. They just
something
go.
is off.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the 100 monkey effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They probably did know though.
It just spread.
Yeah, but they were just like, well,
I guess this is what we're doing.
I gotta do this.
Is he fucking him?
Right.
Is that cool?
Exactly. What the fuck?
Like
bitch, I thought I was getting some. Nope.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Gerald, that you?
Because like those type of animals really don't have like colleagues and friends and shit. It just be them surviving.
Yeah, frogs. Yeah.
That was a big ass frog too.
You just fuck or die.
Yeah. Like they know that.
Oh, so they party. They got that atrazine. They be smelling that shit. I got atrazine. Which I what? You get the best of both worlds.
But even when you watch some animal shows, that's all their purpose is. They just roam around. They gotta find it. They gotta get it.
Yeah, that's all I watch too.
Yeah, like that's the
Hey,
purpose.
I ain't gonna lie. That
just to be surviving.
Yeah, that's the journey.
The joint with Obama, the one he did was pretty good.
Man, I don't listen to none of that shit.
Hey, that was pretty good.
I only listen to David Attenborough.
David Attenborough.
Yeah, that's my guy. David Attenborough, them Wild Earth jumps or
the arsonist.
Yeah. I fuck with him. All them nature shows.
Nature's just cool as shit, especially them elephants and how they be traveling and shit without even knowing.
That should just be like metaphors. When you watch them shows, that should just be like big metaphors.
Like, goddamn.
Especially like watch lions and shit.
Yeah, man.
All of them goddamn right.
Lions be, yeah. But like, all right, so this whole atrazine shit, right? Do they have any connections to like what you think this whole like soy movement?
Yeah, bro.
There's a whole lot of soy boys out here.
And it's crazy because like, so like as somebody who really don't eat meat at all, but you know, soy is pretty much the replacement what they use for a lot of these vegan
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're trying to push away from the meat, it's like you got pause.
I was with you, brother.
Yeah.
But
I was going to say, yeah.
I know.
But it's like you try to get away from that. It's the soy, it's the heavy soy. And then you learn like in carryouts, the oil that they use soy oil.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's not just the soy, right? So it's like it's heavy pump in the community, so you can't really even get out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like no way out of it. This shit crazy.
Starting to make a little bit of sense, huh?
Hell yeah. It gonna make sense. You try to make $1. You know what I'm saying, baby?
And then at the same time, like people be like, you know, lactose intolerant too, so you can't give your kids, you know, cow milk, and then you gotta turn to the soy, and then that soy raise your estrogen levels, and then it's like boom.
Yep. Because that's the alternative they present.
Mm-hmm.
They program you to want
Soy boys. That's gonna be Drake,
crazy, man.
That's gonna be Drake next album, Soy Boys.
Soy boy.
I'm only drinking soy, y'all.
Soy boys.
We got soy in the bands. Soy with my friends.
Oh, but y'all want to see some crazy shit?
Yeah, put it up.
On the same shit.
Y'all want to see it, dead body?
Didn't I send you this? The whole like
Yeah.
Listen, man. They playing with like the kids now.
Oh, that's what I know. That's what's next. That's what's next.
Watch this fucked up shit.
Hi, my name is Priya Dar. I'm one of the doctors at the Center for Adolescent and Young Adult Health here at the Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. I wanted to talk to you guys today a little bit about puberty blockers. Puberty blockers are basically a medication that says, hey, let's just put a pause on puberty. And that can be really beneficial for younger kids who already started the puberty process, who either might go through a lot of psychological distress as they go through puberty if they're struggling with gender dysphoria, or for somebody who's saying, hey, I'm not really sure if I feel comfortable in my body or what gender I truly identify with.
Oh my God.
That's the Children's Hospital
of Pittsburgh. Hold on.
So
So what?
wait.
So they giving out meds?
Yeah.
To block your maturation.
Like anything that stimulates you, though. It said
Man,
like even
fuck
if you
no.
want, like you're not even gonna
Nah.
feel no type of for real. You're not gonna feel no emotions. That's just gonna take over your
Yeah,
everything.
that's the chemical imbalance.
Yeah, that's
Right
just gonna
there.
shut you down.
Yeah, that's you giving up all control.
What?
You ain't gonna have nothing. You gonna be a soulless.
But what child even presents that though? Like
But you see the psychology behind
Yeah.
it though too.
Yeah,
Like, they you're not in control.
That's a
but
children's
they
hospital.
Nigga, that
Those
commercial
are-
felt like a spell. Like that shit felt like it was like.
Oh, that was disgusting.
You see the way she looked?
Yep. Ghoulish.
Yeah, shit. That
But she
shit felt
said
weird.
But you can
She
find
looked
those at
good.
a lot of. You can find those at a lot of like Boston, Pittsburgh, Manhattan. Like that's just happening everywhere.
That's wild.
The little big cities,
Everything on the children, man.
little big cities, and then they
Push
go
you out the Midlands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wildlands, whatever they say.
If somebody say they're 8, why they crazy?
All right, here's another one. This is even worse. This is the one I sent the other day.
All right. So you want to talk about gender today?
Yes.
So what is gender to you?
Like my birth parents said that I was a girl, but they made a mistake.
Adopt it.
Yeah, us too.
Yeah.
Right. So your mommy and I,
Us
we assumed that you were a girl. But then when did you set us straight?
Well, I was at least like 5 or 6.
But it started before that. You kept sending us signals. Right? You'd say sometimes I want to be a boy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to be a girl. Something
Yeah.
just doesn't seem right here.
Well, I wasn't a girl or a boy.
Ah, so what are you?
Non-binary.
Tomboys no more.
And how do you feel about being non-binary?
Non-binary.
Good.
Non-binary. Come on, dog.
I just learned that word. What the fuck is that?
What nothing binary
Like
at that
something
age?
that's celebrated in our household. Have you ever spoken to your class about your gender?
Yeah.
What did you tell them?
I told them my pronouns and also my name.
And
They
why are
they
your
get
pronouns
coached.
important to you?
They get coached.
Well,
Exactly.
Like
Especially with the pronouns. This is not a conversation
like,
that
I
you
can't
have.
remember your name. I'm
She's
just going to
stirring
call
this
you
conversation.
wait, what?
Susie. Yeah, that wouldn't be so cool, would it?
Well, if you ever forget someone's name, you can ask them.
Yeah, if you forgot their name, you can ask
I
them.
don't
Or
even, how
you
we
don't
know
know
that's even that person
All right.
talking?
Nah, that's it.
Obviously,
That-
she's stirring a conversation.
Exactly. Even when that girl rebuttal right there, even when the non-binary rebuttal right there, she still has something to gear the conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Make her program a thing. But that's like scary anyway, though.
It ain't right, man.
Not the kid.
Like
it ain't right.
She said when I was 5 or 6. So how old was she right there? Like 7.
But like, what child knows what binary means?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck?
Even
without being taught what it is,
man. But you don't even progress into maturity and really like. I mean, I feel like you understand what it is early, but like,
I think friends, but it's like you don't know like what the sexual line like is. You know what I mean?
I feel like now it's like introduced. You kind of like you're pressured into. I don't want to say finding your. Do I want to say finding your sexuality?
No, it's sexuality. Exactly.
Yeah. Like before you even understand it, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you think you understand it by what is being taught to you, but taught to you. It's like college. You go to college, you learn all this bullshit, and then you get in the real world. It ain't even like that. So you can't do the
bullshit.
Exactly. So you pretty much set them up for something they don't know anything about, and that's what I'm saying. I think it all started with the motherfucking CPS putting all these fucking rules and regulations on parents, even just beating their kids. I mean, of course, brutal beating, yeah, but when you start giving children
the fear of God, it's like nah,
not like that. But when you
start you said beating, you can't start with beating. You got to say
discipline. Yeah,
discipline. There we go. But I feel like when you give kids, you treat them too much like an individual. You can't do that. If you can do that, then why aren't kids out here really working? That's child labor. So
and then you got to beat that ass.
Nah, you're right though. Their mind ain't developed to even like
exactly. They
that
can't
type
even
of
right.
Yeah.
And now you're telling them how they should process things, so they're thinking, all right. So what makes you think when they get older and they're able to process certain things and they become numb to what was or what they thought was? Like, what do you think is going to happen then? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a bunch of a fucked up generation. That's what you're gonna have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely gotta let these kids express themselves, but like videos like that is,
I feel like you force
clearly, yeah.
It's
there's clearly like some type of agenda, like, and it's like
they're not expressing themselves for real.
It's moving rapidly.
It's being force fed, and they gotta agree with what you're saying at the point in time or whatever. And
even if they feel like
he was leading the interview,
even if they feel like that's what they really feel like. I feel like when you're influenced by something that you're seeing every day, then of course you're gonna adapt to your environment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like especially as a child. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's bullshit. Shit. I don't know how many of y'all niggas felt that y'all was goddamn Batman or fucking Superman or some shit.
Whatever silly shit. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
that's why I asked the question. If I say I'm an ape, am I crazy? You know what I'm saying? If I say I'm a Batman, am I crazy? If I say I'm an alligator and I'm walking down the street and I start biting shit, am I crazy? Right. I feel like that.
I don't understand
am I crazy?
It does not make any sense at all. It does not make any sense at all. It does not. It does not make any sense at all. It's crazy. And it's like these kids. How old do you think that little girl was?
I think she was no more than 10.
I don't even think she was more than 7. And we talking about letting them choose their sexuality or whatever, and it makes no fucking sense. She was 6.
She was very articulate for 6 too.
You know what I'm saying? I knew she wasn't no more than 7. Like, that makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense. It's an agenda.
You can't even give her a map and say, all right, I'm going to drop you off 2 states away from home. Now find your way home.
Mm-hmm. And now you want you to make irreversible changes to your body.
You might know your address, but can you get there?
Right. At 7. Come on. I'm going to need you to do that.
Right.
No, you can't put those type of responsibilities on children.
Amen.
They don't even let...
But see, that's where the parenting comes in, though. Mm-hmm. The parenting, like you said, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The parenting, you can't even parent the same way anymore. Like, it's like if my child decides to, say, oh, well, I'm gay, and you are completely against it. Like, you're like you saying anything about it is like that's like a no. You gotta support it, or you are demonized as a you know what I'm saying, you are homophobic, or you know what I'm saying. You just if I don't bang with something, I just don't bang with it. That don't make me homophobic. You know what I'm saying?
That's true too.
And also, like coming up, like you said, that's an in. I feel like that's an like me personally, that's an in-home conversation that you have with your family, because just because the school is telling, like, I don't have to believe in these things in my household. You know what I'm saying? So if my child goes out into the world and you're telling them to believe something that's not being taught at home, that's going to conflict the child. You know what I'm saying? To go against the parent. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, that never is well. You know what I'm saying? Because a child that feels they know more than their parent always find themselves back home. You know what I'm saying? That's how it always goes.
But isn't it funny? Like, think about what that kid is now going to have to go through psychologically.
Some bullshit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? At that age, I wasn't thinking about like my gender.
And that's what I'm saying. That's my whole
that
point.
wasn't a thing on my
At
mind.
6 or 7 years old,
like
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
what I
Come
mean.
on,
Like,
man.
your mind isn't even developed a room to handle that.
We try to go outside and splash in the mud or some shit.
Bro, what? Who you tell? And then even when it is time for that, it's
Picking up
still almost
frogs
like
and shit.
you still need more
It makes
time
no
for
fucking
that shit.
sense. Shut up.
Now that kid is that kid is not even a kid. They're an example. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's why I feel like having D Wade's. I feel like
that's too much. That's.
Hey yo,
I don't even want to talk about it. That's stupid.
Nah,
he's
but look,
stupid.
I'm that Aries Spear shit. I believe that shit.
That they did that.
Yeah.
You saw the.
What did they do though? What do you believe that they did? That's what I need to know.
Whatever they accused them of doing, I believe.
What they accused of though? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Sexually abusing
some grooming shit, some sexually suggested shit.
And when was this done?
2013.
2013, yeah.
So this was before she really got Tiffany Haddish got hot or whatever.
I think
probably during it
as the beginner, yeah.
And that got her to her status now.
I don't know, because like why Aries Spears ain't blow up?
Because I never heard about the shit. I never heard about the shit until today.
I never either. Yeah.
So I'm like,
it came out last week.
Nope.
Exactly. So,
but I didn't. Yeah. You got to use the Wayback Machine on Internet Archives. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's a tool. Y'all gotta use this shit because they tried to delete a lot of shit off the internet. Just I be telling y'all, use DuckDuckGo. Don't use Google because Google is part of the technocracy.
Yeah.
Use the internetarchive.org, the Wayback Machine, all that shit. DuckDuckGo.
The Wayback Machine. I'm about to use that right now.
See old clips.
Yep.
I think I believe that.
That's. I mean, it don't surprise me though. That's the thing,
bro. It's
like,
so
I don't
creepy,
put nothing past.
It's like why joke about shit like this?
Yeah,
it's not a joke.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Like
as a comedian, when
has that shit been funny? That shit ain't never been funny,
right? Nope. That's what I'm saying. As a person, right is right, wrong is wrong, and as a comedian,
that shit ain't never been funny.
Whether you taking it too far, but this isn't comedy. This
retarded
is
shit. Yeah, that shit is a little bit funny, but like no.
This is not. Yeah. This is child pornography, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
You went to a whole nother echelon of filmmaking.
And watch, I feel like sometimes like comedians be kind of like hiding behind that shit. Sometimes it's like y'all know a lot of fucking niggas that said creepy ass shit, and it's like, oh, in the name of comedy, it's like I don't know, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, y'all a little bit like outside of Hollywood. It's like everybody want to be our friends, but like I don't know, comedy's kind of weird.
Yeah,
that's because comedy now is more like a.
I understand, like now they got kind of like
scale it back,
censor their shit a little bit. Yeah. You can't say everything you want to say, but like sometimes, like that shit.
They do be supporting some wild shit.
It's funny how they support the wild shit, but the mild shit they be blowing out of proportion. They be jumping on people. You know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy.
No, sir. Oh, here's some of that smart shitty shit. They can just shut your energy off.
To crank up the AC.
Oops.
And it was 90 out.
Why do you play that music?
That's when he found out no control with his thermostat. A message from his cell on his thermostat saying temperature locked during an energy emergency.
And our thermostat was locked in.
The little California jump.
Turns out he's not alone. Excel.
What the fuck? Why I keep stopping? My energy
Confirms
cutting
to
up.
contact number 7. 22,000 customers were locked out of their smart thermostats for hours on Tuesday.
Hell no. To me, an emergency means there is
have your AC turned to 78 degrees,
or some other danger out there. Wow, that's wild. Fire.
Music got me. Yeah.
They keep stopping my shit.
That music is.
Good gracious. They was trolling with that
Explanations.
Oh my god.
He had to take his wife beat her off in that fucking snapback.
Oh my
god. Did him dirty.
We want to backtrack some of this Agenda 2030. This is no poverty. No poverty, no hunger, good health and well-being as long as you take these vaccines.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong?
Quality education as long as you learn from our teachers.
What's wrong with that?
It's funny how 11 is sustainable cities and communities.
Yeah, gender equality for all y'all soy boys, clean water and sanitation.
No, we don't want to do that.
What's up with Jackson, Mississippi? Affordable and clean energy. The whole Line Island. Yeah.
Nigga, that shit says life below water. That is a goal. That is a goal. Life below water.
I like that goal. I like that goal.
For real.
Like that goal. I like that goal.
Why do you like
we've been talking about that. We've been talking about it. Why did these billionaires try and go out of space and all that other shit? Like, we don't even know what the hell is over here. So I want to know I like that one. Life below water. I like that one. The what is it? Atlantis 4.0. Minus 4.0.
I don't think they meant like a water actual, planetary system. I just think that was just like a civilization that they call Atlantis.
Huh?
You talking about Atlantis underwater, right?
Yeah, the underwater city.
No, I'm talking about number 14, life below water.
You said Atlantis.
See, and I did mention. Mm-hmm.
I don't think Atlantis actually meant like underwater or on water.
So, and what do you think it mean?
I just think it meant like a whole worldwide civilization at one point in time.
So okay. So we were talking about global shit or whatever.
Yeah.
But was there an underwater Atlantis?
I don't think so. I think some of the high spots are underwater right now, but I think it was a worldwide thing. This is like why you still see like remnants of it in the Sahara Desert. Like
hold on.
You ever seen that?
Hold on. The whole I seen that joint. But the whole episode been about not the whole thing, but we were talking about utopians, utopia type shit, and we all know that
it repeats itself.
It was specifically a utopia, pretty much, or whatever, and I don't understand why you don't agree with the utopia. Why we can't have a utopia?
Listen,
I just find it's interesting that gender equality is like so high on this list.
Yeah. Where's that? Number 5. I see it.
Dog. My sister was
but don't you think that quality education would be before no poverty? Like no poverty. Like why are they pushing that so hard?
I'm gonna let you know. First thing I seen that joint. First time I seen that number 5. The first thing I thought was Austin Powers. Do you think I'm sexy, baby?
What?
But it's like you're
Oh,
confusing. Like you're just doing too much. Like my sister was like, one time, like on Dr. Phil, they was even asking like a trans, like, what does it feel like to be a woman? Like, what does it mean to be a woman? He couldn't even answer the question. And
Dr.
he was
Phil?
Oh yeah, Dr.
Which
Phil.
Dr. Phil?
Dr. Phil, like
Dr. Phil, Oprah, Dr. Phil.
Okay. I'm talking about Phil Valentine, Dr. Phil Valentine. Go ahead.
Okay, all
right.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah.
No, but yeah, like
there you go.
So it's just like the whole message behind everything is like, what do y'all really want? Because a lot of people seem like, I don't want to say it, with the kids especially. I'm talking about specifically with the children. It seems like it's a trend. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. And to be number 5 high up on the list, damn, like shit. I like to go underwater live underwater before that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
And the crazy thing about it is, this is even though this is a list of goals, this is also a checklist, and they've checked a lot of boxes on that motherfucker
until 2021, and now it's
They've
2030.
checked a
That's
lot of
why there's a
boxes on that
2030 right now, and then after 2030, it's the 2050 jump.
20-year
agenda.
Yeah, it's 2030. Then there's a 2050. Look up that shit.
Man, I'm not even ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to wrap my fingers around this.
Yeah, 2030 already got a whole bunch of bullshit going on. What's the money gonna be like in 2050?
So I think in a nutshell, I think like the last part of
moving us all in these little centralized cities.
Yeah, that's what I think. This is the last. We're in the last phase of 2021. Yeah, like the communities. They've put us exactly where we need to put, where they want us to be.
Yeah,
they've almost accomplished that.
And COVID was what fucking centralized us. Like sit still.
But now it's getting everybody to have that digital tracing shit.
Oh yeah,
like
exactly.
they use that as the crutch of the whole.
Look at that, dog.
Yeah, and then the whole real ID jump, the real ID of 2020.
I just got mine today.
Yeah, Google that shit. DuckDuckGo, real ID. The whole. We had to pass in so many documents of our fucking citizenship and all that type shit. So they trying to like match that to your probably social profile. Everybody's gonna have a cell phone. That's why Nancy Pelosi was out there in Taiwan right now, getting all the chips,
getting them ready.
Yeah. So like, everything's gonna be the Amazon. You walk in the store, they take your picture, you leave out is money. And I kind of like, it's gonna like kind of solidify like the whole like crime spikes that's been happening and shit. So like, I want you to be surprised because like you see all these young motherfuckers in DC right now robbing people. They shot Brian Robinson, rookie running back from the Washington Redskins.
Crazy.
They shot him. So like this has been happening all summer. They fucking shot a politician, right? They shot like a DC council member, right? Not didn't shot him, but they took his car. But it's like I wouldn't be surprised if there was like some type of network, because like all these kids, like what y'all doing with these cars? Y'all obviously taking them somewhere and getting it stripped for money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
There's some type of network, and then they're gonna, roll out this whole like law enforcement surveillance type situation where everybody's like, they're gonna comply because like, damn, shit is too hot out here. You know what I mean? Go ahead, take our freedoms because we want some safety.
This looks like a map of 10 new states.
But it's all like, centralized though.
That's crazy.
It's Cali.
And I know how they
Texas,
say like history,
Florida. These are like all like the big voting regions in the country.
Right. But isn't this kind of like, remember how like they say in history how like the North was separated itself from the South, and you know what I'm saying, and then like you had these quadrants, and that like who's to say like within the next like 50 years we be like at war within each other based off of you know what I'm saying some you know what I'm saying, like that's some wild shit. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is wild.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
Listen,
sense.
we've been fighting a war within ourselves. It's like the war on the citizens has like been a thing. But I think that a lot of people don't even understand that we are at war.
And it's every which way.
Like psychological,
yeah.
spiritual, all that shit at the same time.
Every which way. And yeah, the
And the
shit
shit just gets swept right under the rug.
And the shit you consume, like, you know, mentally, or the shit that you eat right now is poison. Your water's fucked up. Your food is fucked up. It's turning you into gay frogs. It's like
at every turn, every turn they got you, cuz.
Yeah. But hey, let's get ready for the game tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Let's go shopping. Let's go do what we got to do just to survive, right?
Yeah.
Bullshit, bro.
And they feed all this, you know, reality television, and I don't know. I don't like to be sounding doom and gloom all the time, but I think, like you said, but you definitely gotta know who the ops, you know, quote unquote, is.
Yeah, I mean,
and also like you see, boy, I want to know what the game's coming on, so I can see, you know, family and friends and all that shit. So,
right.
This shit's crazy.
This shit's super crazy.
It is.
It's super crazy.
It is because
This should be crazy, man.
Like to even sit here and say that, okay, these niggas, like the world, the United Nations got together.
Yeah, which is the NWO.
The United Nations got together and said that, okay, we gonna create an agenda.
Mm-hmm. 2 times.
Two times.
Maybe 3 times.
Probably within the next. So it seems to me as they're
after 2030 is 2050.
Yeah, it seems to me as though that they, as of right now, there's been a 30-year fixed plan.
Yeah, maybe more than that. That's just because we got the internet.
Right, and I think that, I mean, whoa, like this is, and it's moving fast now. Like it's moving super duper fast. Like it took them a while to check off a couple of those items, and now they like shit, nigga.
Now they got the the infrastructure, the 5G shit, and then they plan that demic, and then it's like, okay, everybody gotta be on these phones and shit, and then like a lot of people's getting free money, and you know what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm telling you,
and then they killed all the small business and propped up all the Walmarts and all that type shit, Best Buys and whatever, Amazon's like shit. So it's like,
and you gotta understand something too. Like, look at the price of food, look at the price of housing, look at and it's forcing.
The housing shit is even crazier.
They're forcing people. If like I said earlier,
outside of the rural area.
If you cannot, like, I'm not going to live somewhere that I cannot afford. That's just because I can't be naive, because I got to support my family, right? So I have to go to a place. I don't want to live outside of my means, so I'm forced to. Okay, this community is affordable for me.
Where y'all allow me to,
you see what I'm saying? You allow for these homes to be much cheaper than the homes that I was currently just living in. Why is that? Why is that? Come on, cuz. How I live? How do I live in a place, rent for $2,100 for 5 years, and then the moment I choose to move out of that, you now are renting that joint for $2,800? How? How? How is that? Like that is a 470%.
Or even like these apps that we use, like
like ridiculous.
Like Zillow and Redfin are now being backed by these large corporations like BlackRock and Vanguard, and now they buying the whole block. They buying the whole zip code. And now you don't have an option to buy something affordable in your city where you grew up. You try to raise the kids.
And guess what?
They start off as an app, but the app, that's the whole, the technological aspect of it. Because like they seeing all these trends of people want to move in this area, scoping out places, but then these fucking big umbrella corporations, these Vanguards and BlackRocks, but okay, let's put money in these Zillows and this Redfins and all that shit and buy the whole block. And now they got to buy our shit on top of that shit.
And guess what? And you want to know what's even, this how smooth richer. This is how smooth they got it, though.
Oh, yeah.
They got it so fucked up to the point where even I move out of that community because I can no longer afford it, right? But let's say I was a person who owned a home or owned land in that community. Guess what? Guess what those people are doing? They're selling their homes and moving to the communities that I'm moving there to. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like they're getting the land either way. They're either forcing
and then it's some people that try to like specifically sell to other people. Like you don't try to sell it to those fake, you know what I mean, you know, big loan banks and shit like that. Like because they're gonna shortchange you, or even there's gonna be a better return if you sell it to, you know, your everyday, you know, people. But that's the whole. It ties it back to the whole utopia society. Is like, you know what I mean, like you got like who you gonna let into your community at the end of the day. You gonna stand in that, you know, big fake Babylonian city wall, but it's like who you living next to,
who you in there with, exactly. That was my point. Like we can have the utopian society all we want,
but I feel like in the utopia society, like say if there's like
I'm talking about their utopian society, not you know what we, because we played a video
Who was
earlier.
there? Who was they?
Not because we played a video earlier where it was like, you know what I mean, it was the whole Dubai, what was it called, the Line City.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So who was there?
So it's like you don't know who's moving in there. You know what I mean? It's all propagated off money, and then it's like you see these whole Midlands, Wildlands. I keep saying Midlands, Wildlands projects, and they pushing everybody out to these rural areas. They got like, you know, when you go down south, like they a little bit too nice.
Can I
pushing them all out into the major cities, and
can I pause you real quick?
Tainting them. Go ahead.
So they already got. So that's supposed to be in Dubai, right?
The Red Lobster. Go ahead.
You feel me? With Mr. Krabs. Respect my shit. All right. No, but for real, like, so that's all supposed to be the Dubai folks, right? Right.
Yeah, we played the video where the China city too.
But no. I'm talking about the big wall joint.
Yeah,
big
the Line City.
Trying to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Don't give a fuck. But so think about it. So we already have Dubai, and it's basically a wealthy. If you have money, you can live here. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is it. This is where the upper echelon is. This is the upper echelon. This is where the upper echelon is. So we built this wall. So we're gonna build this wall. We're gonna build this wall, and the niggas that work at the upper echelon, they can stay in the wall.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
They can stay in the wall. They can stay in the wall, no charge, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But bring your ass to work tomorrow. Bring your ass to work tomorrow.
We need somebody to make these frappes.
Yes. We need somebody to make these frappes. We got somebody flying in that want a fucking omelet from IHOP.
Yeah.
My ass. You know what I'm saying? So don't say shit. Just
I follow you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They already have built up a fucking.
So these are like mini kingdoms, pretty much. If you watch, like, because I just started watching.
Basically, that is exactly what Dubai is. It's a fucking kingdom, and then they talking about building. I don't know where that wall is gonna be at, but I feel like it's gonna be on the outskirts or some shit. They already have their own fucking.
There's no outskirts. It's just all desert, but. It's interesting because you know what I mean, don't blame me or anything. I just started watching Game of Thrones, and they got
I love that.
I'm gonna get into it.
They got the whole wall in that jump, so it's like okay, so it's like the kingdom, and then there's like, you know, the outskirts, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying,
you talking about the Night Watch.
Yeah. So like, they keep the people out with the fucking
I'm gonna get into it. What season you in, man? I'm gonna get into that shit.
I'm about to be on 3.
Wait,
I never watched this shit because I heard.
I just started. I just started.
Y'all just starting on that.
Oh, it's about to get juicy.
I'm not even started, buddy. I'm not even started.
That's the show. That's the realest shit ever.
I'm gonna get on it.
Show
I watch shit y'all don't watch, so like y'all gotta chill.
Nah, you're right.
Yeah, tell them relax.
I just started on the new joint, so they basically talking about what's going on basically
I know.
Prior, yeah.
Yep. I've been watching. You talking about the dragon ship?
Yeah,
I've been watching too.
I watched the first episode, so that shit.
But it's interesting because like how all that shit tied to like probably like early Rome and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Especially like if you pay attention to like all like the clergymen, it's like they orchestrate everything. All the quote unquote like church members and stuff like they handle everything.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're right.
Interesting. And how people try to intermarry with certain royals. That's all this shit is about.
Yeah, that's the power play, man.
They intermarry.
The custom of having that fucking bloodline,
and they don't even like each other, but they still intermarry.
Nope, it's strictly business, bro. I ain't never seen business conducted like that in my life. Like all business.
What show is this? What show you talking about?
The
Three Pimps and Four Hoes.
Pimp Sub Hoes Down.
Hey,
remember that show?
The original
on HBO.
That's an HBO. That's an HBO original right there.
That's right before Real Sex.
Yeah,
real time.
Real Sex, take one.
So they keeping they keeping
hey, and then they gonna cap it off with Tap the Cab Confessions after all.
Hey,
oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Hey, we 80s baby.
I was just a child.
Get you a nice 3-hour block.
Hey, but Corey, like, off the same tip though, right? So like, you put me on the Peaky Blinders, so I was watching Peaky Blinders, but they always try to intermarry with each other to keep that bloodline going.
Who
on Peaky Blinders?
Who?
All of them. Everybody else on the outside, he tried to make them marry into the gypsies. Yes.
Okay, but it wasn't no incest stuff.
No, not incest. Yeah, they just try to intermarry with the gypsies. He tried to make his bloodline pure.
All right. Okay, cool.
Even though his bloodline wasn't pure.
You think a lot of this shit still going
business.
today?
It wasn't no funny business.
No,
Y'all think a lot of that?
Uh,
like people trying to get down, like build up their family bloodline. That's still going today.
Yes, I think it has a lot to do with the alien agenda.
Explain.
I think a lot of these fucking, Rothschilds or whatever that should be like, at least because if you pay attention, a lot of them have these blood diseases.
Yep.
Is you can't replicate at a certain amount of time. You replicate that like fusion. I'm not a scientist or any of the sense,
right.
but like the fusion to like make another person is too close related, so it doesn't have the ability to replicate.
Chemical specialist.
Yeah.
So in a sense, your blood be fucked up.
Yeah, but you are right. That's all they try to keep it in their bloodline.
Yeah, they have a lot of blood diseases.
Yeah, even
look at the royals.
All them
Look at their fucking faces.
Yeah. They definitely look ghoulish. Those are reptiles.
Look at their faces.
Yeah.
Nah, and they got all them heart conditions and shit too.
Show me the faces. Show me the faces.
They be having like 5 like
Rockefeller right now.
They be having them Ren and Snippy like liver spots. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pull up Rockefeller right now. You think you're looking at George Burns? I swear to God. Not even bullshit. That motherfucker even got red eyes.
It's like the superheroes on SpongeBob.
Didn't he have this motherfucker had like 8 heart transplants or something like that? Rockefeller. Something crazy, man. Like, how you just trying to beat everybody? You just trying to be here like that. 7 hearts?
This nigga that got cataracts like 3 sides.
How you got bread like that? What's your insurance like? How your insurance covering all that shit? Heart transplants?
Eight life insurance.
And these are the same motherfuckers that take a goddamn vaccine. You can't even fucking survive life. You can't even survive life. You want to take a vaccine.
Why are you wasting your time? You
dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
10 terrible diseases that ravage historical royalty. Queen Victoria took an L.
Who else?
Prince Albert, you took the L.
Boy,
42. Damn,
King
James, hereditary neuromuscular disease L.
Damn,
L.
King George, type of porphyria, Systematic displayed that in his ancestors.
Wow. So he knew his shit was coming.
He had hemoglobin in the blood. Hold on. Look, this buildup caused a wide range of symptoms, including abdominal trouble, nervous system issues, madness, skin sensitivity, and dark urine. This thing came and be outside.
Boy.
He had
Wash your ass. Wash your ass. God
King
damn.
George
This
the
was
Fifth.
challenging him?
King George the
Just
Fifth.
wash your ass. And what the fuck?
No, that's internal. When
Oh damn! Hold on. He took his own way out around 11 p.m. January 20th. The comatose king was injected with a fatal amount of morphine and cocaine, but
Wow.
he took his own L. He's like, "Get me up out of here."
Alright, he sound like my type of guy. He sound like my type of guy.
He got weight.
Y'all will take me out this motherfucker.
Hold on, Lazar Ivan the fourth. He suffered from rheumatoid arthritis. That sound like them late night infomercials.
Yeah,
and the bones showing signs of syphilitic arthritis.
I'm gonna suffer from cocaine before I suffer from fucking arthritis.
Some Tylenol. Some bad Tylenol.
This nigga had an STD. He had a venereal disease.
No, yeah, that's that cocaine. He had that cocaine version.
Hold on. He took both sexes to bed.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you doing too much, buddy. You doing too much.
Progressed the paranoid rage turned into some sadistic torture and a serial killer. Man, these people are crazy.
Wow,
These people
for
are
real?
crazy.
Look at this motherfucker.
King Richard.
Oh Lord.
The third.
Which
I
one?
think was there another King Richard?
Like King
earlier?
Rashida.
This nigga had scoliosis since an early age. He was 5'8" all his life.
Oh, so you know he want to fuck everybody up. He do whatever he want to
He
do.
looks nice in that photo.
King Henry the eighth. He looked healthy.
Hold on, was that his father? That was his uncle up there, his great grandfather.
I don't know. He looked healthy. He looked healthy. He looked healthy. He wasn't like, man, let me take this picture.
Exactly.
The third had
me
shit.
Hey, give me that bag of money.
He caused up to 13 pregnancies with 6 wives.
Damn.
That's it. And you're the king, nigga.
He's the
God damn.
He's a home wrecker. What?
Dang, Zeus.
He the king, nigga.
He was
He's
hitting
king.
the
A
twins.
king can
He
do
the
anything
king.
behind his walls.
He
Behind
the
his
Burger
walls.
King, nigga. He the Burger King. And you said 13? That was it?
Alpha 6. That's 2 apiece. That's 2.5.
Hey, why does that look like the Burger King
That's 2
joint, though?
1/4.
I think that's where it come from.
No, they're white. That's why.
Whoa.
That's
Queen
why.
Mary the first was a daughter that would have been done her bloodthirsty father. What?
What? Dun. Shit, right. Dun.
Yeah, that says it. Would have done her bloodthirsty father, King Henry. We just talked about him.
Hold up. Say that sentence. Say the whole sentence. I want to hear. Would have done her blood first. What?
She had a
He
baby
means
after
murder.
11. She had a baby after 11 months. She's a witch.
And that's where it came from. Okay.
That is scary.
King Herod.
A whole year.
Herod.
Harold.
I think a lot of these like diseases just because they didn't have like clean water. Like I think they was drinking water every day. Like they didn't have to go through this bullshit.
Man, when the last time you had water?
Right.
What's that?
Oh, don't drink that
This is
shit.
water. That's what Jada was talking about. This is what Jada was talking about.
Just a cold glass of water. I think they'd have been all right.
Right.
I'll take the wine.
Came from puddles.
More
and shit.
wine.
More wine.
You ain't lying though, because that's what they had. They had wine and water, wine
and
drink
probably
and
pig.
water.
Fucking
And just
scotch.
and pig, just like a roasted pig. And
Yeah.
just like eating that
Ugh.
shit.
Straight
Getting all that
We got
fucking
Pepsi, we got Coke,
Damn.
we got juice, we got
Yeah.
water.
Hold up. What a
Yeah.
good
You know how
stuff.
much shit
What
we got to
name?
drink? And you talking about narrowing it down to water?
And wine.
I think so.
They had beer too.
I feel like drinking their water was taking a shot of Hennessy.
It might have been.
Can you imagine taking
They
a
ain't
Hennessy
filterizing
shower?
shit.
Water? Hey, let me see for that water.
Oh, B. You just taking a Hennessy shower?
Oh God,
That's why they should be on fire. Oh shit! Sticky, god damn! My fucking eyes. Bro, stop singing to yourself.
I gotta go.
Start talking this shit. I feel sexy as a motherfucker in the shower.
Yeah, I think I'll be talking shit after that. Like, bitch.
Yeah, bitch, I was in the shower. Man, I smell like cognac.
Oil
Bitch.
this shit up.
Oh my god.
The fuck out of my face.
Get
the fuck out of my way, Stanley.
What you wearing, bitch? Get that Hennessy white right here. Smell that.
Hennessy showers. Nigga.
Hennessy musk.
Oh man. It's an XO kind of night.
I got it hanging up. I got a good bottle of XO hanging up. Who jumped out of here? All right.
It's been a while, man.
I know it. All the gang.
Yeah, man.
Shit, it might have been a year.
That
might have been a year.
All right, let me share this.
It wasn't for my raggedy ass joining so late.
The whole Atlantis jump. People say like the swirl in the Sahara, the eye of the Sahara, that could have been Atlantis, but I think Atlantis was like a worldwide.
Blow it up. Let me see this shit. I'll let you know. I'm an expert. Blow it up. I'm an expert.
Goddamn.
Nah, that ain't it.
Just gonna tell me.
This shit out of here, goddamn.
That ain't.
You never heard of Eye of Sahara?
That ain't it.
Where you think this? Where you think Atlantis is then?
Cause I seen that shit too. I seen
What do you think
that
it
shit.
is?
To be honest,
That remind you of the tree joint on Avatar.
Who?
The big tree joint on Avatar.
That's the tree of life.
Yeah. You don't know they
that look like that though.
We probably need to do a whole episode on that.
Yeah, they're re-releasing that joint 3D September 23rd.
That was the first IMAX movie I watched in Columbia Mall.
It's tough. My shit tough.
Came out there doing cross out.
That shit tough.
Oh man.
I was in the movie, bro. I was dead. I seen green leaves and shit, purple frogs. I love that shit.
You know what's crazy? I knew it was gonna be a wild movie from a visual standpoint when it opened up in that little fly, that little that shit was like it was unfocused and then it came into focus. I was like, oh, this shit's gonna be crazy.
That shit was in my face.
You gonna go see that joint again? You know,
Sure.
So I think I think it's only 3D or some shit. I feel like
Off the mushrooms.
when I seen it, I think it's just gonna be 3D. They put in a big dog theaters or whatever. It's just gonna be 3D or something like that.
Y'all better start watching these movies at the Air and Space Museum.
Yeah, the Airbus jump.
Both of them.
Yeah, it's next level.
70 millimeter. 70 millimeter films. Sign up. You can see the old jumps that they play on their drums too. Like Interstellar.
Backyard. Yeah.
You ain't got no damn sound.
We're gonna put it in the backyard. Come on, y'all. I need a little help. What is it? 70 what?
Millimeter.
Is that 70 no, that ain't that little shit over there I'm looking at right now.
Nah, that ain't it.
It ain't that little shit I'm looking at right there. Nah, it's like a block.
Y'all want to see the leader of the whole UN or World Economic Forum telling how he infiltrated all the world cabinets, the leaders of the cabinets in the Western world? Probably played this before, but yeah, we're gonna play it again.
But what we are very proud of now is young.
We saw Germany.
Listen.
Prime Minister Trudeau.
You German.
Listen.
President of Argentina and so on. that we penetrate the cabinets.
Okay.
So yesterday I was at a reception for Prime Minister Trudeau, and I know that half of this cabinet, or even more half of this cabinet, are for our actually young global leaders of the world economic forum.
Mm-hmm. And that's true in Argentina too. Wow.
Yeah.
What did he say?
It's true in Argentina as well.
It's
just the Austrian. That's that.
He said, "I'm proud that we put our World Economic Forum candidates in these positions of world leaders, powers."
That shit is so wild to me. And he definitely said he was from Austria.
Yeah, he's from.
Am I tripping?
Do you know who that is? That's Klaus Schwab. All right, so
and
this
he just sound like a little Hitler to me, but I'm like,
yeah. But like this is the thing, right? All right, so like
he was one of the ones who was really pushing the Great Reset. Too.
So he's the front of it. But look, all right, so his name is like Klaus Schwab, right? So like, if you look up right now, if you Google New Schwabenland, his last name, but like you know, like New Jersey, right? New Jersey or like New Brunswick or New whatever, Gaithersburg or some shit like that. It's like a baby version of the actual country. So like his name is Schwab, and there's a New Schwabenland, and that is like on the south of the South African continent, closer to the Antarctica, out there. So this is where they supposedly encountered Nazi, like they had Nazi expeditions, Austrian. They had Nazi expeditions, and when they found like alien flying saucers hopping out of Antarctica over there, those New Schwabenland places.
Schwabeland.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, listen. He got the bread to do it.
Ain't no bread. Like he come from that.
Mm-hmm. It's like you just wait till you get to certain age to put you in a position to introduce the next course.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm just gonna say some things to say offline. Offline.
You gonna save it for more overtime? Yeah, New Schwabenland, the last German colony.
I remember that. I heard about all that.
Antarctica. I'm telling you, man. They was the ones with the flying saucers and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because, like, if you look at a lot of German movies and stuff, or and you look at their vehicles and stuff, they're always more advanced than what you normally see. You know what I'm saying? And then if you look back at it, that's one of the big things that Hitler was big in, and that was the technology and stuff. Like I even seen and read some things where some of the women, their hair would be long, and some of their hair would be used to operate some of the machinery, because what a lot of people don't know.
Oh wow.
Hair is full of, the hair has ether in it. And
we all know that. All of us used to have long hair.
Oh, snap! Yeah.
All of us.
And like they say, ether is not more so a gas, but more so an energy. And that's something I read. I've read, people try to knock that down. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny because if you look at a lot of this stuff in Egypt, you'll find a lot of that, and that's where they got a lot of their shit from. So.
That shit crazy.
Fuck with you, so like ether. Well,
that shit crazy. Even to say that he didn't even die when they said he died. Like he ran down to Argentina.
Right, exactly.
Ken, who?
Hitler.
Steve Harvey.
Here you go again.
Oh shit! I thought you said
Same mustache, same mustache, same mustache. You gotta confuse
yeah.
same mustache.
Different hairstyle, same stash. Fuck you talking about.
I got you.
Yeah, he went down there. And then what? Did he go?
They know, yeah, that's the same thing as rum. They fake their death, but yeah,
Everything the light touches.
They still in power. They fake their death. Something to think about. All right, let's get out of here. Let's leave y'all on something to think about. We 2 hours and 24 minutes in. This is another episode of Overtime. Overtime 88 over there on the Flight Room TV channel on YouTube, Twitter, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you find podcasts. But make sure when you listen to podcasts, you leave a little comment, a rating, good job, a fuck you. I would like to hear anything. So yeah, it's me, Remy Please, with Keys, Corey Mo, Boo Boy, PhD, P Conkers is on here, Lighthouse is on here. Make sure y'all absolutely comment, interact. Check our TikTok. I've been posting a couple videos on there. Check our Instagram, Twitter, all that. Link us up. Tell us what we lacking, all that and above. And most of all, Corey Mo, we're gonna do what?
I holla. Bitch.